Oh, there they are.
Peekaboo.
Hello. We're just waiting for everybody to come on. This is Barb Willow with the Night and Souls Paranormal, Alicia, Mark, Alex, and Tammy.
So we got a couple, not just a couple, but a few amazing guests tonight.
Yes.
I want to shout out to Mark as well for making that amazing P3 video for everyone a part of that program. And we have three of us that are a part of that program tonight, and we're going to go ahead and bring them on.
There we go.
What's up, everybody?
How are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Now I'm in trouble.
Now I'm in trouble. Oh, look.
Really in trouble.
What's up?
That was a great video. Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Hope everything's doing okay.
Yeah, we'll be seeing her tomorrow.
How's everybody doing?
Doing great.
I think I'm here.
Fan-frickin-tastic.
Oh, somebody's got Sparky. Hi, Adam. How are you doing?
Hey, Adam.
What's up, Adam?
No, Sean Ellis.
All right. So let's start with we got Matt here, we've got Mackenzie, and we got Mason. So we're going to start out.
That ain't me.
Let's go ahead and start out. We usually start out by asking how you got involved into the paranormal. And we can start with any one of you.
You go ahead first.
Heads or tails?
Why are we all looking at me?
Because ladies go first.
Well, then Matt should go first.
I'm not saying nothing. She's like 20 feet away from me. No, go ahead, Umbry.
No, when I was in 6th grade, me and my friends went trick-or-treating. We went trick-or-treating in his neighborhood. Now, we've been through that neighborhood like 100 times. Like, we knew it, all the houses to go and everything. Well, we went outside of the neighborhood to a neighborhood next to his that we'd never been to before. And we were walking up the street. There was a house at the top of the hill that my friend said he got a lot of candy from, and the one night they gave him like a $20 bill because they ran out of candy. So we went up, and as we got closer and closer, we saw this like shadow underneath a light. It was really big. I thought maybe it was a dog. It was not a dog. We don't know what it was, but it had like yellow eyes. It stood up on 2 legs. And I'm saying, and I say this to Matt every time because he doesn't believe me, I say it was a werewolf. I say when I was 14 years old, I saw a werewolf.
I just say
I believe you.
It's just, I know how PA is. For that guy riding the bike.
Skinwalkers and Nephilim and stuff like that. I mean, they come in all different forms.
I just like to give her
there's probably a werewolf living somewhere in Riverside where we live.
Probably.
It
Amongst
could
other
very
things.
well be.
Amongst
I
other
saw that
things.
when I was 13.
I'd be freaking out, dude.
Oh yeah, no, our one friend dropped his bag of candy and we ran.
I would want to try to pet it. That's how crazy I am.
Well, hopefully it got worms after they dropped the candy.
I always tell it to bite me so I can become a
John
werewolf.
should be joining us about now.
Hey, Maddie.
Barb would be like, "Hey, werewolf, come here. You're a really big doll. I want to take you home."
I probably would be. I probably want to pet it.
Here, kitty.
That
I
thing
might-
was huge.
I might try to pet it.
I actually saw coming out of Walmart cops having a little sniff dog, man. There was a shepherd mix that kind of looked like it had come out with this toy. I said, "Oh, he looks so cute." And the officer goes, "You don't want to pet it." "No, I don't want to pet it. It's on duty. I won't have a hand."
Mm-hmm.
I can hear Gray.
Yes, I can too.
So that was your first paranormal encounter. And then when did you get like doing the paranormal? When did you start in the paranormal, like investigating and stuff then?
I officially started investigating when I met Matt. Like, I did little things here and there, and like cemeteries by myself, but I didn't have like equipment. I just had a pendulum and a couple crystals. Since I'm Wiccan, that's all I had. So
I love it.
It was just little investigations by myself. I didn't actually do investigations until I was 22 when I met Matt.
Yeah, she was a part of a team that even before we started the consultant stuff up, I was helping out other teams, and the last team I was running, we were helping out her old team, and yeah, that's how we met too. So I always like to say I met my wife in a cemetery,
which is true.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's funny.
That's the best relationship ever.
That's pretty cool. Usually
freaky,
you hear about
but it's
people
awesome.
meeting in bars and,
no, we were talking to dead people.
Yeah. We were talking to dead people.
That's really,
and then,
really kinky.
That game you used to play, Find the Founder, we were playing Find the Founder, and
I
I stepped
remember
on
that.
him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
basically a short version. It was hide and seek, but I had a morph suit. I still do somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Oh,
It's probably
that's
down here.
awesome.
It was a completely black morph suit, and sometimes I would cheat and wear camo or a ghillie suit, and I would go out and hide, and the investigators would try to come find me. And there was a training aspect to it. It was to be aware of your surroundings, no shadows, get to know your environment, and just kind of take some of the mindset off of the stigma of cemeteries. A lot of people get a little about cemeteries.
Most people call that role playing.
I mean, I did. He was hiding under a fallen tree, and I did step on him.
That's funny.
That's some strange role play right there.
Whatever floats your boat.
I mean, that's
Water.
That's his thing, not him, or not me.
Honey, we're at role play. What are you going to be? Grass.
John's having trouble getting on.
I'm gonna be dirt.
Man.
No, I used to say I look like a shadow. So like out in San Diego, we used to do these haunted tours, and for Halloween, I would wear this morph suit and I would just go hide in these haunted trails that we used to investigate all the time. And I wait for one of the groups to come by, and I just slowly sneak around to the backside of the group, and I tap somebody on the shoulder. They turn around, and obviously pitch black, you can't see me, so they start freaking out, or I just grab a hold of somebody real quick. And it was fun.
Man, that sounds like stuff I do.
Oh, I had so much fun.
Me and my son Alex, which is the cameraman sitting next to Mark, we did a haunted house where we went in a corn maze, and oh man, I made people pee and everything, piss their pants, and it was
fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't it, Barb? It's
Children
fun.
of the
it's
corn.
great.
I did that when I was younger. A couple of my friends had Matt knows White Nights. It's like a farmer's market place out towards where we live. They have
Greenhouse, farmer's market,
yeah,
bunch of stuff. Yeah,
they have like what's called Pumpkinville, and they have a hayride. Yes, Pumpkinville is a joke. It's stupid, but it's a joke. But they had like a hayride because they had a little cornfield there, and
Hi, Connor.
The one summer in like fourth and fifth grade, they hired me. They paid me like $20 an hour to just scare the shit out of kids on this hayride.
Well, dang, that's good money.
Yeah, Connor is the one that he's 13 and he's got a lot of abilities like all of us do.
He channels.
He's actually got probably stronger abilities than any of us on this podcast.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
very a bright boy.
He's
Bravo,
not
Connor.
quite 13. He'll be 13 next month.
Yeah, I always just
Close
say
enough.
13.
Close enough.
He'll be like, yeah, they're already telling me I'm 13. Yes. You know?
And when he gets older,
very
he's
mature.
more than welcome to be a part of the team too.
Yes, he is.
I'll tell you guys what, we've been going through pictures that were taken at his workshop and at his house. This boy, he has so many Native American spirits, and I'm talking even wolves. You see clear as day a spirit of a
These
wolf
photos.
Protecting him.
in him.
That's a spirit animal.
Yep, that's his spirit animal is the wolf.
And we found out that he has some Cherokee history too. So that makes a lot of sense.
That's my spirit guide, actually. Is a black wolf.
Nice.
That's awesome. I don't know what mine is. I don't know. It's got to be some kind of a bird.
Dragon.
Mine is a hummingbird, not very protective.
Mine's a tiger.
Pecking.
Snow White
I-
tiger.
I have a Black Panther, so he has a Black Wolf. I have a Black Panther.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mine's
That's
an
pretty
idiot.
cool.
Much better than a hummingbird.
Mine's a prankster.
Hummingbirds,
No, Russ.
hummingbirds are nice though.
They
I like
are
hummingbirds.
I love
actually.
hummingbirds.
They're not protective. They protect me from nothing.
They're flying darts. I wouldn't want to make one upset.
Yeah,
haven't-
no, if you
they
get
have
them all,
ADHD.
When you're doing a shamanic journey, actually, you call out to the hummingbird, and I forgot what the name of the hummingbird is. You call out to the eagle, the panther, the hummingbird, Mother Earth, and I forgot the other ones. But before you do your shamanic journeying, because I have actually took a little class on that. That's what you call out to. So it's interesting, and we all have in Native American ties. So it makes sense that those would be our spirit animals.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
yeah.
Mason,
The
we,
interesting thing, Sean,
Yeah.
our new group member who just joined us, his spirit animal is a wolf too, which is I think that he and Connor will connect very well. I think that they will be able to relate.
I
Oh, heck
thought
yeah.
for the longest time mine was a wolf, and then Matt told me, "Nah, you're a cat." And I'm like, "How do you know I'm a cat?" He's like, "Your mannerisms prove that you're a cat." I was like, "You're an ass."
And then she goes,
We got a full moon coming up, so
We sit there. I sit there in the cemetery after. What's that, brother?
when's the full
we
moon?
got a full moon coming.
Easter,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Easter.
put
That's
all
awesome.
your crystals out to be clarified.
And your moon water.
As people on TikTok say, we're gonna have a werewolf Jesus.
Oh, is that where that came from?
Yeah.
I was wondering. But no,
That's
when,
I
funny.
never heard that.
when her and I first met, we used to, like we said, she was on another team, and we were out in the cemetery. I think this was like a week or two after we started chatting, and I used to go, "Here, kitty, 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 kitty." Oh, she got so mad. I got hit so many times. I still do. I still get hit for it.
I threw a rock at you.
You did.
Oh, damn.
Wow. I hate to see you guys when you're mad at each other.
Hey,
Shoot.
We don't actually get mad at each other. That's what's funny.
I was actually gonna say we don't ever like fight. Like we've been together 5 years and we have never fought. Like we've had a
That's-
little bit of arguing here and there, regular things, but usually 10 minutes later, I'm either saying something stupid or she just says something, and then I'm just like, yeah.
or my ADHD brain has forgotten about it because he'll bring it up and I'll be like, "What?"
yeah.
Isn't ADHD awesome? I have it too.
I have it too.
It's such a great tool to not be mad at people because then it'll just be like, "Wait, what? We were
like on
fighting."
investigations, y'all make
I
a really
wasn't
good
mad at you.
a long way.
What's up, brother? You cut out there for a second, man. I don't know if
Are y'all not breaking up now?
A little
Huh?
bit.
A little bit.
Oh,
Okay. It's my signal.
Oh, you're good now.
I love his accent.
I do too.
Yeah.
did he
I was
freeze?
saying, they make a really good team on investigations. Also, they did really good on the battleship together.
She keeps me in line, and I try to jump over that line.
He doesn't let me ever do solo investigations. He's so mean.
Dude, you got to let her do a solo.
Yeah, you do.
He's loud.
He's there. Do you see him?
Who? Sean? No, I don't see him backstage. So we haven't got to Mason yet. MJC Paranormal. So let's go ahead and let you talk about how you got involved in the paranormal. What was your first encounter or anything?
Well, it goes back to when I was a little boy. I was born with gifts, and these spirits just came to me and showed themselves. It started when I was about 5 years old. That was my very first encounter with a spirit. She was a woman. I would lay in my bed at night, and my sheet was slowly being pulled off of me. And I never seen anything until one night. I just had this gut feeling that somebody was in the room with me. And my sheet started getting pulled off of me, and I looked, and she was standing in front of my bed, and then she glitched out. Like I've seen other spirits since then, but this is the only screen like it going out. It was weird as shit. I've never seen anything like it. You know, usually a spirit will just kind of disappear like a fog or something, but this one kind of glitched, like something was wrong with the Matrix or some shit. But it was many years ago, and it sparked a curiosity in me, and I've had other encounters since then, like hundreds, and I've been doing this 17 years communicating with spirits. I've been to a lot of places alone and with other teams, and I'm not going to stop, y'all. I love it.
So we got a comment about the sheet pulling thing.
I also like Bigfoot and stuff. I've had 4 encounters.
Succubus can be an energy draining thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I started on YouTube a little over a year ago, and it's going really good. I'm actually coming back. I've been on a break for a little bit, and I'm coming back to YouTube now. I got all the kinks and stuff worked out, so I'm going to be putting content out pretty soon.
Can't wait.
It's going to be awesome, dude. I'm working on that ship, and I got 2 other videos that's in North Carolina that I got to go get. So it's going to be awesome, and I've already found like 15 places to investigate right around where I'm at in Georgia. So it's going to be pretty cool.
I can't wait
One of them's a freaking
talk about the
store.
ship with you guys.
Oh my God.
That was an experience.
It really was. And the G team, PDX Paranormal and the G team, and Jonathan Crossover Paranormal Consultant. We, going out, we're doing really good things, and the evidence is 100% real. We don't ever fake anything, so it's freaking there, man. Go check our channels out.
Question: the ship in North Carolina, is that the military ship?
Yes.
The USS North
Yeah.
Carolina.
Ooh, I've been there. I've got photos from it.
Outside of Wilmington?
We're going back.
Yeah, we're going back next year.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
amazing.
By we, I mean the P3.
I took pictures, but it ate the lens cap.
Don't feel bad.
I dropped it, but I don't want to admit it.
Don't feel bad, Tammy. I had a GoPro running for about 3 or 4 hours. I have all my audio for it. No video.
Oh, that sounds like someone we know named Alicia. Forgot to hit the record button.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
second time on SOS. I'm so mad at myself.
I got 2 already, but
Alicia, if it makes you feel any better, I forgot the power cord to the DVR system.
Oh man,
At my last client.
There's always something. You got to make a freaking checklist. Seriously, after you're done doing stuff, you can check. I did that. Check. Yeah.
I had
checklist.
Mike check.
I had everything. It's just I
Yeah.
thought I packed everything up, but I left the power cable in the box that was right here on my desk, and I just completely forgot it. Remembered everything else.
And that comes with freaking having a whole bunch of equipment too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't have as much as we used to because we
Yeah.
don't really investigate much anymore. But
Yeah. So
Well,
speaking
I'm
of,
going to be
I
doing
know.
some traveling, and hopefully I get to see all of y'all. I'm going to be going all over the place pretty soon.
Oh,
And
that'd be cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
come
You'll see
us,
me.
Central Illinois. We're right in the middle.
I know. Do you want to tell them, Alicia?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's a secret.
Scuttlebutt.
Okay.
The drum roll.
Well,
Come on,
Mason promised me and Mackenzie a trip to PA.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
Better get on
Yeah,
that.
well, yes, that is really going to happen, y'all. Actually,
we
I
have
was meaning
we
to
have
do
a
that
cemetery
months
to
ago,
take
but
you to.
oh, really?
Yeah, we have
Is it
cemeteries
that
to
one
take
that
you
you
to.
showed me? Is it the
That one.
cemetery that you?
That
Okay.
one and a couple of haunted trails, which Enlightened Souls, you're more than welcome to join up too.
I love
Hell
trails. Let's go hiking.
The
You guys
one,
are pretty fun.
Yeah. Good trail.
When is it?
Whenever he shows up.
Yeah.
Or if y'all come up prepare Unity Day.
Yeah.
You guys
It's
come
a
up prepare Unity Day.
possibility.
Yeah.
We've got stuff happening in the works for the team. Seriously, like it could be a possibility for sure.
Per
hope
Unity
so.
Day includes Gettysburg.
And Mark Lee, his
Oh,
great
very
great granddaddy, is buried there.
Oh, that's awesome.
His great great granddaddy is generally.
Yeah, General Robert E. Lee is my second great grandfather.
Well, I love.
Put that on a
He's a
resume.
hero. He is a hero.
Well, actually, here in Illinois, I did put it on a resume once, and it's the reason I did not get hired.
Hey, I love him, man.
We can get
There's
political all day
millions
long,
of people
but that's
all
not
over
gonna-
America that loves that man.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, well, if you look right over my shoulder, yeah, I can't get it right. Over here, you've got the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Declaration of Independence hanging on the wall right behind me.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And MJC Paranormal stands on all that, and and I love every bit of it.
Mark is actually reincarnated by him too, and I felt that strongly from when I met him after he told me that.
Me too. And then it was, yeah. I mean, it's very obvious that, and most of the reincarnations that we have are previous, like, ancestors. Not always, but most of the time.
I don't know any of my ancestors. Matt says I'm reincarnated from one of them, but I don't know which one.
I have no idea. I just go with the flow.
I'm an Earth angel.
I'm here.
So I don't know what you want to call that, but
Earth Angel.
That's what we are, as Earth
Yeah.
Angels. If you look it up, all of us are.
yeah.
We really are.
What's up, Derek?
Yes, you do exist, Jared.
MJC, brother, you're a special.
No,
That's
I
what I
want to
love.
say it. I want to say it so bad now that I saw that
No.
he's here, but I'm not going to.
Go for it.
We're going to bug you until you do.
Yeah, I hate that when someone says, "Do you know?" Never mind.
I knew where you were going with that.
Have any of you seen the movie Encanto or heard the song We Don't Talk About Bruno?
Yes, my daughters sing it over and over again. It's actually a good
There's
song.
a reference. There's a reference there.
Yeah, it's about Jared, but with that song. Put Jared's name in that song.
Good LOL.
Oh shit.
So back to the
Hey,
ship.
we all
There was-
definitely have to get together.
Oh yeah,
Yes, we do.
planning on it. So how many? So
I'm trying to
Matt, you
find my-
coordinate. Go ahead.
I'm
Dude,
good.
come on.
Come on.
I said I'm trying to
Nice,
find my
Sam.
damn hot spot. I'm trying to find my good signal in this room.
So instead of hunting for spirits, you're hunting for a signal.
You need a foil hat, brother.
Yes.
There you go.
So he takes it.
Watch him
Maybe
go get
that's
some
the
foil.
problem.
Go get some foil. I dare you. No.
Get a foil hat. Aluminum foil. Get some aluminum foil hat going.
Then you can go
Protect
like
me
this.
from the ET.
And then you
He's
go,
reading
nanner,
my mind.
nanner,
Oh yeah.
nanner, nanner.
I can't do that.
I can do both.
Y'all might accidentally shoot a bird.
You know who made that famous, right?
Oh yeah, Spot.
No. Nano.
Hey, this is no
Robin
lie.
Nanner, nanner.
I missed
Williams.
that.
Nano.
I missed that.
I
man.
was in fifth grade. I was in fifth grade at school, and I tried to do that to my teacher, and I shot her a bird and got in trouble.
Oh no!
I guess that would be possible.
Oh man.
Look, Miss
Well, that's
Stacy.
okay. About 3 weeks ago, I don't know. I don't
You
know.
go like this, you got Vader.
I don't know if you guys caught it, but about 3 weeks ago, Barbara's butt crack went viral on the internet.
Shit.
She was crawling into a closet, and her husband had the camera, and he went right down on her.
Nina.
I
The
volunteered,
smoking-
her into the closet, so that was my fault.
You know, I'm the one that gets picked on at the team. But
Here.
if Cameron shows up, the camera guy, he gets it. So I always want him to show up. So then,
But I'm gonna tell you something, Barbara. Ken Allen, if everybody knows who he is, Ken Allen and I were talking on the phone the other day, and he says when Barbara did that, and her pants slid down, you could see part of her butt crack, right? He says the whole team and everybody in the room was laughing so hard. He said if there was any negative energy in that house, it had to leave because there was so much positive energy from the laughter. He says no negative energy could ever stand that much. And I says, well, there you go. I said, Barb's ass is a demon hunter now.
you know what?
Mine's just a portal.
Even when it's
No,
We're
no,
coming
that's
to
not
the
true.
conclusion. My
No,
butt
it is.
crack is very popular now.
We
Let's sign
got-
autographs now.
Barb, we got to get you a shirt with your name on the back and say, got crack.
Barbara, I got something that'll make you feel a whole lot better. So we were at this investigation in Shamokin when Nina was still on. And as a founder, I never really investigated with the team. I just kind of bounced around. Oh, there's the comment. Yeah, that would have been. I didn't even notice.
Wait for it.
I didn't even notice. See everyone laughing.
there was a chain of events that happened from it.
So go ahead and say what you were going to say.
No, so I never really investigated with the team. I just kind of made myself available during the investigation for everybody. And I saw that. That one I saw.
No, you didn't. Shut up.
But so I was walking down to our base. We had base set up. It was wintertime. We had base in the basement. And I come downstairs and all my investigators are just dying. I'm like, what is so funny? They're like, this one investigator looks like she's naked. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? They're like, she's literally looks like she's naked. I go over to the DVR system and sure enough, you could see every shape, form, everything. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, is she really, like, she looked completely naked from the waist down.
I forget who that was, but
Nina.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, what is going on? I was like, last time I saw her, she had clothes on. What is going on?
Yeah, she didn't have clothes on the DVR.
I went running upstairs. She had black leggings, tight leggings. So in the DVR, it went white. So it looked, you could see
funny as hell.
every detail.
Noticed that man said I ran upstairs.
I did run upstairs. I wanted to make sure. I was like, great, our client's sitting here and I have a naked investigator.
That's
That's
funny.
gonna,
That's
that's
when
gonna
you
cost
made
extra. No,
that's
Yeah,
when you
right.
made the rule that you couldn't wear black on
I was like, yeah, no
night
more leggings, guys.
investigations.
No more
No
leggings.
more leggings.
no
No more
Well,
leggings on
every team-
Better than
investigations.
skin colored leggings, though.
Yeah. Every team has that one person, and on this Enlightened Souls Paranormal team, I'm that one person.
I try to make myself that.
But Barb,
I
remember when you
put
went
them
on vacation? Remember, Barb, you went on vacation where down in Nashville, and somebody actually recognized you from being a paranormal investigator.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Just
Now
because
it's
of her
like
farts,
the
right?
butt crack.
So now when they
No,
see
that
Barb,
was-
It wasn't the butt crack.
now
Hey,
they
well,
see,
I know you.
that's that ghost investigator that cracks me up.
See, I'm not
Hey,
the
I'm
one that
gonna
does
get
dad
some
jokes.
of them leggings. I'm gonna get some of them leggings and do me an investigation and call it
Oh,
naked in the
no.
trade.
Oh
I wanna see that.
Naked
I
and
wanna
haunted.
see-
Wow.
Hey, that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
I'll
Let's
be right
do it.
back.
Let's have a show called Naked and Haunting.
Oh, man, tell Tammy something when she comes
I
back.
would,
If
I
I-
would do that.
We found something out today. So just showing you, we got these new shirts in today, guys. See what you think.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
while we're at the t-shirt place, picking them up and paying for them, the one gal in there, well, all three gals that work there, all got paranormal shit happening in their houses. The youngest girl has the most, and she's actually going to call us to do an investigation there. But when they all knew,
Connor. Not you now.
but they all knew the naked guy in Pekin,
Oh,
the guy that mowed his grass naked.
yeah.
Check this out. Not only that, but the one lady, her mother lived right next door to him, and she's the one that called the cops all the time.
Oh wow.
So not only did he mow his grass naked, I found out today he also plowed the snow naked.
Oh my god.
Yes,
not the king.
boots. They said all he
I
put
do
on
that.
was boots, and a scarf. He'd put a scarf on his neck and a pair of boots, and that's it. And he'd be out shoveling snow.
Man was
Can you-
dedicated.
Can you say shrinkage?
I do the same thing. I do the same thing.
Well, he
Little bit.
made international news. He was on the BBC, British broadcast
Yeah.
channel, when he died because he wanted to be buried naked, and his dad was a pastor, or not? Sorry, his brother was a pastor and didn't allow it. That's why I think
Well-
he's attached to the home. He's mad because he didn't get his dying wish.
Naked
Can you say
ghost.
turtle?
We call him Naked Lawnmower Man.
I'm changing my will.
Oh, Tammy, I found out today he not only mowed his lawn naked, he shoveled his snow naked too.
I heard you. Yeah.
I'm being buried naked on my stomach so the world can kiss my ass goodbye.
Well, at least we'll have a place to park a
Stick
bike.
Your ass right up in the air. Just
bring-
bend so they can't.
Oh,
They
Sean
would-
asked
they
if he's
can't
in the waiting room yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
is Sean in the waiting room?
Alicia's not there right now. She'll be back.
Alicia, yeah, Alicia will be right back.
Oh,
I'm changing my will now.
So seriously, I mean, when you guys went on that ship, what was the one thing that really stands out that happened that just blew your mind?
Actually, paranormal wise, I mean, we all had our own different experiences. But the one thing that really sticks out to me, and I've said this so many times, is meeting everybody. You know,
Oh, yeah.
we all talk like this all the time. Always. We're always in communication. Like Mason, I don't think there's a day that really goes by that him and I don't chat. And everybody, number one, is exactly the same. So nobody's faking how they are on camera. They're literally how they are. And I've said this, I don't know how many times. To me, it was so awesome when we met up. It wasn't like meeting new people for the first time. It was literally like meeting a family. Like, we didn't give each other handshakes. It was, no, get your ass over here. Give me a hug. And,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. That's what I love about it. That was the one thing that stood out to me.
It was absolutely like a big family. I mean, the moment I seen, and like we've been talking for so long, just like this, and then we got to meet each other in person. It was like, oh my God, there's my
That's
brother
my
and sister.
brother. That's my
Mhm.
sister.
I love
Yeah.
it, and I can't wait to go back. And there's so many investigations coming up just like that. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and P3's going back next year.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I got some other things planned though. I think we're going to be doing some museums and some hospitals and stuff like that. I'm going to make damn sure of it, Matt. And I want each and every one of us that's on this platform involved too. We got places all over the place. I mean, the P3, we might be kind of like a small little thing, but every one of us has our own connections, and that makes us huge. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And our connections ain't small; it's big.
It's like a spider webs out.
It is. It is.
Is Sean showing up?
No,
In the
he's
waiting
not.
room?
Nope.
He said he was in the waiting room.
Nope.
Is he in the right waiting room? Send him the
Let me
link
see.
again.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can have up to 10 people in here, so you should be able to join.
I just told him to press the join button.
I probably forgot to hit the join button.
Yeah, probably. If he's not new to this stuff.
Mhm. So my green screen decided to quit, apparently.
So we have a
Okay.
question.
This is not supposed to be green, but it's showing up as green.
Let's see.
That's green.
I mean,
Yeah,
you are in the basement with all the ghosts.
Yeah, all I'm getting is a message. An error occurred. No kidding.
I don't know. Maybe it's my grandmother.
Man, what was the first one?
That's funny.
We have a place here near Peoria, guys. It's called the Pollock Hospital. It was part of the Bartonville State Insane Asylum.
Okay.
And it was originally built for children. It was a children's ward. And then when tuberculosis got real bad, it got converted into a TB ward.
Mm.
And
And it was a mental hospital.
yeah. And there's 4 cemeteries that surround it. The older ones don't have any names on the tombstones, just the patient number. And the newer ones have the names on the front with the patient number on the back of the headstone. But when you go in there, there's one girl named Julia, and she'll actually come up and whisper in your ear and pull your hair, like touch your hair and stuff. It's pretty freaky.
Wow.
But right now, the guy's building it. He's actually remodeling it to be a haunted house for Halloween. And then once Halloween's over, he's going to open it up for paranormal teams to come in and investigate.
Oh,
That'd
man,
be
that's
awesome.
Because it's active as hell. So
It is very active.
So I mean, like the last time we went there to see him, he's got one huge, it's like a big, I don't know, it's like a big foyer room.
Mm-hmm.
He must have 200 or 300 mannequins just standing in there.
Oh, and
So
that
there's-
feeling's crazy.
I don't like mannequins. They're just like dolls. They freak me out.
I got
Yeah.
over 50
He
dolls.
doesn't make a mistake mentioning that.
Yeah, Barb's got like
Barb
50.
she keeps collecting the haunted dolls.
Well, they're not
I
really
have
haunted.
to say I kind of do the same thing. I got a lot of haunted dolls and objects and stuff from all over the place. It's real, and when you actually see them move, that shit's another level, y'all.
Yeah, I'm sure these guys move. I ended up getting a dinosaur that we call Timmy from a residence that he actually is haunted. It's just a toy.
Because the
He'll
kid's
just go
name
off.
is Timmy.
Well, I'm super big in dinosaurs. I'm actually a amateur archaeologist. I collect dinosaur bones. If he ever wants to sell that haunted object, I have to test it and everything, but I will pay good money.
Actually, Barb has it.
Yeah, I mean, like when you talk to it, it makes like little growling noises and things like that, but it opens its mouth and puts its tongue out like.
It's like a
It reminds me of, because I call it call it Littlefoot because it reminds me of Littlefoot on Land Before Time.
I think
Oh.
I like
Dude, that's
it.
my
That's it.
favorite
Right there.
shit,
That's it.
y'all.
Oh,
And literally, yeah, there he is.
You need to have better batteries in them.
When he wants to be active, now the only way you can activate this thing, there's a button on its back you have to hit.
See,
But without hitting the button, and you just talk to him and say, "Hey, are you okay?" And they'll go, "Yeah, all by itself."
It is. That's Littlefoot, ain't it?
There
Yeah.
you go, and he
looks
did it.
close. Looks pretty close.
That's
I
my
miss Land
shit.
Before
Y'all. I used to
Time.
watch that back to back.
Littlefoot, this is Mark. Do you remember me?
Oh, that was a cat.
Yeah,
I heard that. I was like, what the hell?
one of my
One
first,
cat
Doing
said,
this?
yeah.
See
One
how
of the
it's motion sentence, but if you're back up, like he could be in my living room in the front of the house. I'm in the back of the house in the dining room, and he'll just randomly go off.
Mm-hmm.
When he was looking at my bedroom door every morning when I came out of there, he would always activate and say good morning. And he wasn't even near my door.
Well, who owned it? I mean, did y'all buy it brand new?
No. It was in a house that we investigated, and the bedroom that it was in, there was a closet that went up to the attic, and the two little girls had seen
This is my new doll.
It seen a black shadow figure with long fingers, they said. So the parents were like, "We want that thing gone." See, it's moving right now.
Yeah,
Hi.
this is my new doll.
I thought that
Okay,
was
so
real.
most of us looked at you like you were crazy, Barb.
I thought that was real at
Like,
first. I was
Barbara,
like,
I gotta say,
Y'all
Barbara,
know you,
I
you
never
guys
thought
know I'm right.
I never thought, Barbara, that they would make a doll of you. Oh my God.
I know, isn't she sexy? She's a sexy.
Yeah, look, even Timmy's moving. He loves it.
Homo erectus is gonna be pissed off you done snatched his dog.
So he looks real, huh? Or she? Guess what her name is? I didn't give it to. I didn't even
Monkey.
give this name to her. Her name is Annabelle.
Susie.
oh, jeez.
The monkey's name is Annabelle.
Oh, that's not
So,
terrifying.
funny thing about the Annabelle thing, my daughter, Barb's daughter-in-law, because our kids are married, tried out for the Annabelle 2 movie.
Ooh.
She auditioned for it.
I went and saw that movie. It was a good movie. I liked it.
The funny thing is, my daughter is so afraid of horror movies. So if she would have gotten that, it would have been funny.
Wow, that's cool. Hey, have y'all seen the new Chucky series?
Yes.
Chucky doll.
Man, that oh my
She's got
god,
dolls of
that shit is
everything.
awesome.
My best friend has a Chucky doll. Temple has
Oh.
one in his basement.
Yeah,
That doesn't
What
surprise
is
me.
this? A life-size doll.
Nope.
Nope.
Y'all can keep that over in Illinois.
That's
Like
the kind of
2 foot
doll.
tall. She goes to my waist.
That
Mm-mm.
doll is the kind of doll that in a house in Williamsport, this little girl, like this teenager, had it in her room. I turned my back to go sit on the bed. The doll was looking at the wall. When I turned around, after Matt said on the radio, the doll moved. I turned around and the doll was looking at me.
No boy.
Mhm.
That was a
Another
run.
life-size doll.
I walked into that room and I swear she had at least 40 or 50 of them. And they were all facing the door. And I'm just like, nope.
Doing that.
And there was only one that she said moved, and it was a full size one that she kept in the
Oh,
closet
crap.
adjacent to the door.
They were
So-
all in on it.
So
Yeah, we went to a house out by the airport, and as they were doing panning videos, one of the dolls, of course, they were panning on the other side, but one of the dolls took a shoulder went like this.
And in that house,
wow.
one of the dolls wanted me to talk to it specifically, so I sat down next to it, and they're in China Hut cabinets, in these glass China Hut cabinets. So I sat down, and before that, I was feeling like I was going to lose my balance. And
What was the street they lived in? Because I used to live there.
The face on this one's the creepiest.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Edwards.
I don't like that face.
So I sat down, And as I sat down, I go, holy shit, because like it looked like the freaking China Hut cabinet was gonna fall on me, but I guess nobody touched it. And when you move it, go to push on it. I tried pushing on it to see if it would fall or wiggle.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
So where was that house?
It was at Bellevue.
Where?
Yeah, it was
What
behind
the street
Jumers.
name?
The
Yes.
area Jumers.
Yeah.
So I want to.
What was the street?
Can't think of the street name. Schaff Road.
Yeah, Shop Road.
Schaff, I think it is. Schaff or
Not where I thought,
Yeah.
because I lived on Edwards, which was near the airport too.
So how many different teams were there that went to the USS North Carolina, Matt?
What I think there was like 6 of us represented, 6 or 7.
And what were all the teams? Who were all the teams again?
Well, there was me and Mackenzie representing the consultant, Mr. Fedora Scott from Warren Area Society of Paranormal. He had 2 people with him, obviously Yin Yang down there. Austin, our boy Austin, he was there. Crossover Paranormal, Emmy from PDX Paranormal, and Patty from the G team. So we were all there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So
And we actually caught a thief. There was somebody
Really?
trying to. Yeah, I actually sent you the
What?
picture, Alicia, if you want to share it.
Okay. On my
One
Facebook?
of the best. Yeah.
I'm watching. I'm just gonna pause and whatever. I'm still watching and listening.
And then if you want, actually, you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and we caught a thief.
Oh.
Just to give you an idea of our mindset on how we were. I think that describes everything. It describes everything.
And I see Sean back there. Hold on, Sean. I'll bring you on.
Yeah, I had him reboot his computer and then try to come in. I'll tell you guys a really cool story. When I lived down in Houston, Texas, we went out to Galveston and we went on the USS Texas.
Okay.
The battleship. And I took my dad. He was 90 years old at the time. And we were walking up on top. I got pictures of him because he was a World War II vet, right? And I took pictures of him, sitting next to the big guns and the anti-aircraft guns and all that cool stuff. We went down below and we walked into the dining room. And my dad just stood there looking around. And, of course, the tour guide was telling stories and stuff. And my dad just all of a sudden goes, "I've been here." And the tour guide looked at my dad. He goes, "Excuse me, sir?" Because my dad had his World War II veterans hat on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Dad says, "I was right here in this room. I remember it." He says, "Right over there on that wall, there was a big long table right there." He said, "That's where all the brass sat. All the captains and everybody sat up there. We all sat back here." He says, "And over against that wall over there, there was a big hutch. And in that hutch, there was really beautiful china. It was blue, white with blue inlays in it with gold trim." And this guy goes, "No way." And we go, "What?" He goes, "Walk around the corner." And I walked around the corner, and there was the hutch with the blue and white and gold plates and everything. And he says, "Sir," he says, when were you on this ship?" He says, "Oh," he says, this ship was sitting in the Tokyo Bay." He says, "When the Japanese surrendered, I was sitting on this ship that day." And the guy says, "That's exactly right, it was." And the guy walked up and shook my dad's hand.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he says, "You're the first person I've ever met that was actually on this ship during World War II."
That is awesome.
So what are we looking at here?
A bread thief.
The bread thief.
A bread thief.
So,
Okay.
so
Like a hamburger.
just outside of the gift shop area. Well, we have a couple pictures of Mason. First, he decided to disappear on us. This is the staging area, but we also had like a little break area where we could have like snacks and whatever. And Mason just up and disappeared. We had no idea where he went. And all of a sudden, we all saw him up on the deck of the ship. We were all still in this room right here. And we're like, what is he doing? He's just pacing back and forth on his phone, having a good old time. So I yelled at him. He thought I was being serious. I told him, I said, excuse me, sir, there's no active tours at the moment. You need to exit the vessel. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. Hey, wait a minute. And he came back down. We were all hanging out, and I was hanging out with Austin, and sure enough, Mason went for the bread, and I just called him. I was like, hey, Mason. He's like, what? And that's what you get.
Ah.
4K.
He totally
Can we bring in Sean now?
He left. I was gonna bring him on, but I can't now.
But actually, I do have a piece of audio I have from the ship. If you guys want to hear it.
Ooh, I do.
It's actual evidence. It's not Mason.
You gonna share it?
Yeah.
Caring's caring.
All right. If anybody has headphones, I would suggest turning the volume up because it's louder, obviously, in person. But so to give you a little backstory, this is Mackenzie, Savannah, and myself. We're down in what was it, Umbry? It was like the kitchen area, like the prep area, or bakery. Was it the bakery?
Yeah.
And we were walking around, and Savannah and I were talking. You'll hear Mackenzie, you'll hear me. By the way, you'll hear like a real deep yeah. That's me. But Savannah starts talking about 18 seconds. You'll hear something behind us.
Basic flat tops. You should make sure you record what the dust looks like, so if anything. This is dust changes, because there are some people that drew stuff on here. So we'll come back through here and see if anything's changed.
There it is. I heard it.
Wow.
You guys want me to play it again?
We were in one of the prep. We were in one of the prep kitchens.
On my recording studio speakers, they just sound like going.
That's what it sounded like.
That's what I thought too. Listen carefully though. There's definitely 2 syllables for this one. Go ahead,
But
babe.
we were in one of the prep kitchens, one of the bakery prep kitchens where they make the bread and stuff.
Yeah, we were talking about like there's dust all over like some of the flat tops and the counters. So somebody said it would be a good idea to take pictures and document it, see if the dust moves or if anybody writes in it or whatever. And we were talking about it, and that's when this got caught. Now, we didn't hear this at the time.
Dust changes, because there are some people that drew stuff on here. So we'll come back through here and see if anything's changed.
Yep.
Now, the fun thing is hearing it on like Bluetooth, like actually listening to it. It sounds like, to me, get out. It sounds like a female yelling, get out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear that now.
Yeah.
I told him to leave and then come back in because he can't see us, he said. So sometimes that fixes it.
So there
he
was that
is our newest member, Sean. He's a great asset to our team, though.
And Barb is the ass of the team. Just kidding.
No, I'm the crack of the team. Get it?
We have the ass and the crack right next to each other.
Mark's the ass and I'm the crack.
Barb, from now on, when we go out, you got to put on the makeup like Danny DeVito and Spawn.
So
the thing is, what Mark doesn't admit is, we've got like fart jokes with Barb, but Mark does too.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. That's good camaraderie. I mean,
yeah,
heck, I think.
Come on, Ghosty, talk to me one time. Come on, yeah.
I mean, he's the resident ghost punching bag.
Yes, I'm the target.
The parabag.
Hey, I got him a shirt and it says ghost bait on it.
Yes, it does.
Lucky.
I know, right?
They just run from me.
No, it's not that they run from you. How many times on the ship did all the ghosts say they didn't want to fucking talk to you?
See, we have the same thing with Tammy.
Thanks, Dan.
We have the same thing with Tammy's. Like, things will be active and Tammy will walk in the room like all the ghosts just freaking run.
Only the bad ones. Only the
bad
mean ones.
Yeah.
They don't like me.
Yes, wizard's table. Yes, you're exactly right.
Yeah, and you know what? I just have to fart more often when we have demons. I'll just leave.
Be gone, demon.
Afraid of the gas and left.
It's the Hardee's shakes. They don't bring the boys to the yard.
McDonald's. Get it right.
McDonald's shakes, yeah.
Oh,
Barbara.
Yeah, they don't bring the boys to the yard.
I'm telling you what, man, Barb ripped one at the 1818 house, and while we were live, and it was funny. And she tried to leave the room, and while she was running, she's going.
She had the walking
fart. The walking farts.
One of the camera people was like, "He's chasing."
Yeah, well, you hear this camera guy go. She's chasing.
I was running too. We were like, stop chasing us.
She knocks over a mannequin, and Mark turns around and goes, "What the fuck?"
That's some shit that my grandma do. The walking farts.
We were running from her. We were running from her because it was so bad.
It's so bad.
Barbara, you can banish demons. I'll just summon them. Because some of the things that I come up with, man, that's unholy.
So Mason, back to the ship. What kind of things did you have happen to you there?
We can't stop laughing about the
teddy bear.
I'm actually laughing about
Walking
the ship.
Farts.
I'm actually laughing about the ship.
Battleships.
Yeah, that too.
Battleship.
I
was thinking in my head, battleships.
Mason ran into a consultant. He summoned the consultant. And I kept hearing his group yelling and screaming. No, seriously. We were down doing an EVP session. And all of a sudden, obviously sound carries pretty well in a metal ship. And all of a sudden I hear these voices and I look down and I see these flashlights. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, all right. So I turned my flashlight off. I told the girl, Mackenzie and Savannah, I was like, I'll be right back. So I waited till they came into the kitchen area and I just slowly walked up. And you hear Mason, is there a mat here? I feel there's a mat here.
We definitely had fun, but I tell you, I bought a teddy bear that lights up when a spirit touches it, and I've had this bear for over a year, I know, and I've never seen it work. And it actually worked several different times on this ship on response, and it didn't just do the teddy bear, it lit up all the cat balls and all the REM pods at once. It would, when I asked a question, everything went off every time, and I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
That's amazing.
Yeah, mine never worked. I got the Boo Bear, and it never worked.
So
he's on the surgical table right now, Barb.
You got your bear? Is that what you were going to show?
Oh, yeah. Well, go ahead. I'm good. I think I got it in my closet. What's up?
Hey, guys. Can you see us? Can you see us, Sean?
I see some of you. Okay. I had to trick this thing to get it to work. I had to copy the link that goes to Chrome and then come in.
All right, and we have a lot of people in here, so it might not get everybody. If you're on your phone, it might be hard to see everybody.
I'm on my tablet.
Okay.
I'm on my phone.
And then actually Mason, Emmy from PDX, and myself saw an apparition, actually. I don't know if they caught it, but I sadly did not. We were down in the, it was the operating area. Wasn't it, Mason? That little hallway?
Well, no, wasn't it you seen a face or something and you told me about it? And you told me this hours, and Emmy wasn't nowhere near us when you was telling me this stuff. You was explaining to me, dude, that you seen a ghost face in, I guess, what, the reflection?
Yeah,
it was like behind the plexiglass or something.
Well, on the ship they have some mannequins and they have some cutouts. They have some foam cutouts of different positions and
The foam
things.
cutouts were creepy.
No, the mannequins were creepy. That's worse than the dolls. But like they have a couple of them stationed all around the ship. And I was after Fedora decided to start my show a little early and take it over. I had to walk back to base to get a new studio set up and get everything. So I was on my way back. I didn't have my flashlight on. I was just kind of doing my thing. And I went in through the medical area, and there's a little hallway that reaches this other juncture of the ship. And as I'm walking up this little hallway, there's doors lined on both sides. And I saw what I thought was a mannequin in one of these doors. It was one of the offices. And I just so happened to look at it, and it was looking right at me, just like a mannequin would. And as I kept walking, I looked, and the head was turned like it was following me. And I was like, no. So then I told Mason about it because I knew they were coming back down. And apparently Emmy from PDX saw the same thing.
She did. And there's no way in hell that she heard the conversation me and Matt had. And that was hours before she seen it. And my camera was on her when she seen it because she freaked out. And she was like, oh, my God. I just seen a face. Yeah, and then you come in and that's crazy, man. And it's awesome that your story and her story, I mean, y'all just back each other up. I mean, and that makes it even more awesome to me because, you know, there's no way in hell she could have heard that from you.
No, because him and I like when you smoke at the ship or in this area, you had to actually go into the parking lot. You weren't allowed obviously up on deck. So we used to just take little breaks here and there and just wander.
Well, the
back
deck or the boardwalk thing they had, you couldn't smoke anywhere near the ship.
Yeah. So we were in the parking lot and we were just talking. And he said, "Did you see anything?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, check this out." And I told him about it. I didn't say where though. That was the thing. I didn't say where. I just told him what happened. And sure enough, a couple hours later, Emmy had the same experience.
Wow.
At the same location.
And you guys had something happen in the bathroom there too, didn't you?
We played battle shits in the bathroom.
Besides that.
Oh my God. Yes, it did happen. No, I mean, not the battle shits, but me and Patty, and no, this is no lie. I've never experienced anything like this, but I heard a spirit pissing in the toilet in the bathroom. But see, the bathroom that it was doing it in, there was no water to this bathroom, and the stalls were behind plexiglass. There's no way anybody could have been in there. And me and Patty on the G team witnessed this, and it was loud. I mean, we heard the shuffling. The guy walked up, or woman, whoever it was, and started peeing.
European.
We all gotta pee, right?
So we were in the house, and remember the house, Radley's house with the Christmas tree? And this Christmas tree has a spirit that's continuously trying to decorate it. And it knocks it over.
It was somebody who committed suicide.
Yeah, but actually, I talked to Radley the other day, and he said that the tree has fallen over twice. He's had to stand it back up. So what I've got, I'm going to show you guys, is I took the Ghost Tube SLS, and I'm hoping this works, and it doesn't block it out, but I don't know. Well,
it might be a little. Aren't you able to screen share? Or do you not have it up?
You can see it. He's trying to decorate the tree.
Yeah, can you share the screen?
Well, that's on my phone.
I seen it. That's freaking awesome.
You want to send it to Messenger? Send me a Messenger?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I can pull it up on here.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
So the one that we're working on now is even more awesome because we got the kid that we're working with. He is extremely gifted spiritually, like more than anybody I've ever met.
And that's the boy in the chat.
Yeah.
But Mason, yeah, I was talking to you about that on my way home.
Yeah.
He kind of knows about it.
The other two popped off.
Yeah, they are having internet issues. They said they'll be right back.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it's
what I heard him
funny.
say.
I don't know if y'all have been having internet issues, but everybody, I'm talking about
Yeah, I
everybody,
did
have
last
been.
podcast.
It's like since they have done this 5G stuff, everybody's been
I
having
don't.
issues.
No, our router just sucks.
Yeah, the thing is, like our last podcast, I couldn't even get on there, and then Alex tried to, and then it just kept kicking him off. I'm like,
We could have solar flares going on right now again too.
that could be.
Possibility.
No, I just know our router sucks. It's been around for so many years.
Debunk.
Yeah.
The
Maybe-
router,
Back.
the
How did you
router
beat that
has
now?
been. We've had that router since my one youngest brother lived here. So my adopted brother, when we adopted him, he bought a new router for the house, and that was when he was like in 9th grade.
Yeah. Well,
And we've
me,
had that router since.
the router, and a sledgehammer are gonna have a little chat together.
Not before we get a new one.
Well, the channel is in her
So
triple H.
violent.
It helps
We
me with my
definitely look
aggression.
like the Brady Bunch now.
There's a story.
Sorry.
What?
Lovely pair of Unity teams.
Okay.
So wait, so
Yeah,
Alicia, you were
Anthony-
saying something about the bathroom. Were you talking about Mason? Because I know Mason, Jonathan, and them were having some experiences down there, or Austin and I had separate experiences.
Yes. Yep.
7.
You and
Got it.
Austin.
Oh, okay. So when we first got to the ship, we were all kind of like meeting up out in the parking lot, hanging out for a little bit, just waiting to get the tour guide ready. And I decided, long trip, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So I went into the bathroom and I heard what I thought was, guys, we know how it is. You go to a urinal, you hear the shuffling, you hear somebody in a stall shuffling around. That's what I heard. I thought somebody was just having a really bad day. And I did my business, washed my hands, left. And about an hour or so later, Austin showed up and he had a little bit longer of a drive. So he went to the bathroom and we were sitting there just talking. And he goes, "Yo, I already had a paranormal experience." I said, "Really? What happened?" He goes, "I was in the bathroom and I heard somebody shuffling." And he said, "I looked and nobody was there." I said, "What are you talking about? Like, what kind of shuffling?" And he told me, and what he described to me was exactly what I was hearing. He just looked. I didn't. I thought it was just somebody just having a bad day. I didn't want to witness that. And then Mason, you had the that light.
Happy birthday, Donna.
Wait, whose birthday? Oh, Donna.
Donna from Canada.
I see. Happy birthday, Donna.
Happy birthday.
And then Mason actually
Sean.
had an experience. Well, he was telling us about that light out of that trailer.
Oh yeah, and I filmed there. I filmed at this ship before, and it was doing the same thing. There's a little trailer that's across from the ship. It's like on the other side of the parking lot. It's far away.
It's about 200
But
yards away.
Yeah, but now these spirits will go over there and communicate with us through the sensor light in the trailer. We ask the question, it'll cut it on. We tell it to cut it off, it'll cut it off. And see, in my first video, not this investigation that we're talking about right now, but another one before this one on this same ship, this same thing happened, and you could see the orbs flying from the ship to the trailer and turning the light on and shooting back up and going back to the ship. It's crazy, man.
That is cool, dude.
Now, I'm an electrician by trade. So when he first showed me that, I said, nothing against you. I said, it could just be a faulty, solar panel. It could be a bad sensor. It could be a lot of things. And typically if that happens, there's some sort of pattern to it. You'll notice it almost shorting out. But no, these responses were dead on. And we even timed out our questions separately. And yeah.
I mean,
I can't explain it. As an electrician, I can't explain it.
What's really funny about this, I've done a couple of experiments with it. I would whisper a question and it would still do it. And we're that far from this stuff. I would whisper, if you can hear me, can you cut the light on? Like real soft, and it would do it. And then I will whisper about turning it off, and it would do it. So they obviously have super hearing, or there was a spirit with me communicating to that spirit for me. I don't know, but
or you whisper really loud. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Mackenzie, you had some. That felt weird. Umber, you had.
Don't
you had,
ever call me
that
that
felt weird. That felt
ever
weird.
again.
That felt weird.
Never
Umber,
again.
Umber, you had some experiences.
You told me I'm never allowed to call you Matt. Don't you ever call me by my name.
Yeah, that felt weird. I didn't like it. Umber, you talk. You talk now. Your turn. Don't you dare talk about your California crush. I don't want to hear about that.
Oh, the one that I tried to have a solo with, that you and Buddy had to interrupt because you're dicks.
No, he was just being a dick.
We don't even have to even ask him questions. Keep talking.
So I originally tried to do a solo because I was his camera person. So he was walking around the ship and I was holding the camera for the live and like telling him the comments and like repeating what Squeakers and them were saying if he got too far away. So he wanted to go outside and I was like, well, I'm not going outside because we just got... Now, I swear, and this is, I think, also a paranormal thing that happened to me and him, is we got to the cafeteria when we first got there. But for some reason, the entire rest of the time that we were there, we could not find our way back to the cafeteria. It kept leading us to the torpedo room.
Well, no, we were in the torpedo room. We were down in the torpedo area, and we were going to do some dead time. Like, she was going to be in one section. Victor, what's up,
Victor.
brother?
Yep.
By the way, I love IG's picture he shared. You know which one I'm talking about.
You're never busy, Victor.
But no, we were doing some dead time. So I was going to be sitting like they had plexiglass set up next to where the torpedo hit. And I was going to do some dead time there by myself. And Mackenzie wanted to go on the next area. So we were separated.
Which was the machine room.
Yeah. Well, no, the birthing area. You wanted to go to the birthing area because it had all the racks.
Yeah,
machine
but
room
it was
on
next.
our left.
But it was next to the machine room. I was in between both rooms.
And we were just sitting there, and we decided, you know what? Earlier in the night, we were seeing a lot of shadows, some footsteps. I caught. I actually have it on video, but it looks like crap over this. 3 disembodied feet walk right in front of me. And I caught it on camera. I experienced it. Oh, it was awesome. I was like, hold up. I tried to recreate
see them
it.
than to smell them.
Yeah, I didn't smell anything, but so we wanted to go back down there because that's where a lot of the activity was. And now we got to behave.
Because I could just see Mark getting ready to say something.
And so we wanted to get back down there. That's where a lot of the activity was. It wasn't really anything going on in that section. So we always were taught in the Navy, if you ever need to figure your way on a ship, you get lost, start heading up. Once you hit the weather deck or the top, you can figure your way out. It's the easiest. Is that Mason?
I don't know. There's a lot of wind blowing.
Blowing his nose.
But
Mason's over there farting. Hey, don't be blaming this chick. I'd tell you if I was doing it.
His camera's not fogged up. I think we're good.
There ain't no green behind him.
Right? But we started walking, and I wanted to go up to the weather deck or the top deck to work our way back down. I figured it'd be easier. We went up at least 4 or 5 different ladders, but every time we kept going up, we ended right back at the torpedo room. There was no reason why we should have. We should have hit the top deck, but nope, we kept doing it. Now, here's the weird part. I was live the entire time. You guys can see me going up all these stairs and coming right back to the same one.
And guys, I was watching their live and I heard what they heard. They heard a scream, like a female scream. And I heard that too. It was crazy in real time.
Mm-hmm.
I actually caught something like that on I think it was part 2 of the Battleship. the first time I went, I was heading up the ladder I had to go to the bathroom, but I kept my camera rolling. So I was going up the ladder and this woman spoke, and I heard it. I mean, it was like right in front of me and my camera caught it, but it scared the shit out of me. I almost fell down the ladder.
You turned your camera off for the bathroom though, right?
Break quicker, right?
Right.
Do what?
She said it made your bathroom break quicker.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I just hope
I was already pinching trying to get up the ladder.
Now, Mason, you turned your camera off for your bathroom breaks, right?
He doesn't know for sure. He's thinking maybe I should have.
What do you think was happening? Was you caught in some kind of a paradigm shift or what?
I've been in this field for 16 years and I've never experienced that. Never.
I feel like we were caught in a loop. Like just something just kept wanting us to go back to the torpedo room.
Some kind of a time loop maybe or something, yeah.
Something.
The same night, y'all. It happened to me. My battery went dead. My flashlight went dead. I could not get out of the same loop with this torpedo room. I kept going around in circles, and I was by myself with nothing. And then the chains started shaking down there. You know, the chains that block off certain doors? They started shaking, and I had no camera, no freaking flashlight. I was fucking scared, y'all.
Well, so do you think it was residual or spirits there calling you guys back so you could help them?
Well, if you go back, I'll let her finish.
Well, with Mason having a gift and me having a gift and Matt not having any abilities whatsoever, sorry.
I'm just special.
It might have been the fact that they were trying to get a hold of either Mason or me to try to help them.
See, I've never experienced that. Like I said, I've done over 400 homes and businesses. I've been in the field thousands of hours. I've never had a loop like that. Never. I've only heard about them, but on a ship like that. Uh-oh. Tammy has a friend. Tammy has a co-host.
It's Gizmo.
And now you're viral. Best way to get viral. Have a pet.
Hey, Gizmo.
Matt, look, you need to go back and watch the other videos that I put up. Because what they were saying in them videos they were asking that I will come back. And what she just said is crazy because they were actually saying this stuff.
Mason, we froze because you froze, brother.
Yeah. Sorry.
We only heard like every other word, brother.
It cut off at the end.
No, what I was saying, Matt, you go back and watch the videos because what she just said is true because the spirits were saying that we will come back, and they said that we was sent there to help them. No shit. They said it just like that over my other videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you guys were. Some of those wanted you to help them.
Well, next year we can all be there to help them.
There you go.
I'll help.
Because I've already spoken with Jonathan Myers. We are planning to go back, but it's not just the same group. It's the P3 program. All of P3 is invited. Now we only have a maximum of 20 seats, 20 spots available. That's it. So sadly, not everybody can go, but I think if we all send representatives as a P3 family, I think it would be just as good, if not,
So 20 people or 20 groups?
20 people total. Because they don't want a lot of people all over the ship running around. It's a lot. So I know it's not ideal. I know it's not. I mean, ideally, I want everybody to be there. Ideally, I just want to say, bring your whole team. Let's go. Let's party. But we got to respect because it is a historic location.
Yeah.
And it is a memorial for all the services. So
Also, some of the spaces, aside from the mess hall and a couple other spots, are really, really cramped.
Yeah.
Although
I've been on a submarine too, like a retired World War II submarine. So I've been in cramped spaces before.
What I found funny was Mason in amazement. I forget what ladder well it was, but we were going down one ladder, and everyone's like death gripping the rails going down. Mason turns around, and here I come, arms crossed, just going straight down, no problem. I don't care. He goes, "How are you doing that?" I'm used to it. This is what I trained for. I had to walk back up, no hands, walk down, no hands, run up, down, don't matter. And actually,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Lisa. Your show.
Also, somebody had someone sit down next to them on the bunks, didn't they?
I sat on the bunks when I went.
Like they felt someone sit next to them or something.
I think you're talking.
You do.
I think you're talking about when Patty was about to do the Ethis method. I was sitting down on the bunk, and I don't know. I can't remember who asked the question of if you're in here, could you move one of the bunk beds?
We got to start screenshot these because these are hilarious.
Right after she said that or that.
The ventriloquist.
We heard like nothing of what
Y'all
you
didn't
said.
hear a damn thing I just said.
No, I'm sorry.
But you make a great ventriloquist, though, brother. We hear like half of what you're saying, but your mouth doesn't move. It's great. Delay.
It's the signal. It sucks.
Yeah.
Honestly, we would, and that was another thought I had. But we see when we went to the ship, we have to have like basically a list, like a guest list that we have to turn into the people that run the ship, and they only allow, I think, Jonathan said up to 20 people, and if your name's not on that list, can't go.
I have an idea. How about you do a day 1, day 2?
Ooh.
You could do so many people, the 20 people in the first group, and then the second day you could have 20 people on that second group.
It's not a bad idea. Although that's still a lot of money too. We'd have to.
Right.
There's so much that goes into it because I think it was almost what, Mason, it was about $2,000, right? For the ship. Yeah. So.
It's about $2,000.
After taxes and insurance and all that stuff, it's about $2,000.
But it's cheap. I mean, you're looking at this. No one but us is doing this. There's nobody else doing this but us, and it's a battleship.
But don't worry, I am planning a lot for the P3. Couple of asylums, couple of different things. So I'm in the works.
Waverly Hills?
Maybe.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully they stay open. Like,
I'm hoping to get I want to get to Trans-Allegheny.
That would be awesome. That's in New York, isn't it?
And that's one of the better bigger ones, and I think that would be beneficial because then we can just split up literally into all of our teams, and all of our teams just go at it and have fun. There's a couple others I have in mind. So there's a couple of mansions, there's a couple of asylums, hospitals, a couple other places.
Oh yeah, Nevada State Prison too. Maybe you get contact with George Shoplin.
Well, when we go to Nashville, you want to look at some places when I'm not hanging out with my brother.
I already thought of that one. That's
when
all I'm
y'all
doing.
go to Nashville, let me know because I ain't that far away.
Every pun intended. Every
It's
pun intended, Brian.
my brother's bachelor party, which is why we're going down there, which is why I'm going down there originally, not Matt. But it's the 15th of September to the 18th of September.
They think they're going to one of my favorite places and not take me? No shit.
It's also, to be honest, it's a lot cheaper in the long run because my brother wants like $300 for the hotel he's staying at. And I'm like, I can't afford that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the plane ticket is like $725. I'm like, I can't afford that either. So I guess I'm driving down with Matthew and staying with Matthew because it'll be cheaper.
And I can annoy you longer.
If you annoy me too much, I can always just go stay with one of my brothers. Remember, they're not that far away.
I'll be driving, so we'll end up somewhere else. Yeah, we're in Georgia.
This is my little brother's bachelor party. You cannot not take me.
What about dropping zero?
I'm the oldest sibling out of all my siblings.
It's definitely a possibility.
I'm the oldest too.
That someone has a big knapsack. Hey, Brian's going to the ship next time.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
He's also coming to Para-Unity Day.
I cannot wait to meet him. Brian is a freaking awesome dude. I can't wait to meet him.
Same.
But back to him and his saying about my California crush on the ship.
We don't talk about him either.
You're just mad.
He a wuss. Won't play.
Do you want to tell him the story since you're so mad about it?
So towards the end of the night, she kind of wandered off with my stream. They were all just talking.
You wanted to go outside, and I said I wasn't coming with you.
Yeah, and then I came back and I went to go meet up, and she was just sitting there just going at it with Squeakers and everybody, and I was like, okay, well, I won't be on this. And they were sitting there. And
now, here's for everybody's reference. This is the very first solo that he's ever let me done by myself. First one ever.
And you see what happened. And so they were sitting there, and good old Irene, we all love Irene. She was on, and she was saying that there was a spirit nearby. So Mackenzie started doing an EVP session, started asking questions.
I sat down.
So I decided, yeah, why not? I'll come over. So I came over, started talking, and Irene said, well, he doesn't like you. I'm like, okay, well, I don't like you either. Be like that. I don't care. So I took out one of my cigarettes. I said, do you want me to leave? And Irene kept saying that he wanted me to get out of there. I said, all right. So I set my cigarette, and I stood it up. I said, you want me to go? Knock my cigarette over. I was like, I'll tell you what, you can have it. You knock it over, you can have it. And Irene goes, speaking of the devil, what's up, Jonathan? And she goes, well, he doesn't smoke. I was like, well, no shit, he's dead. And she's like, no, he doesn't like cigarettes. He doesn't like cigarettes. I was like, all right. So I stood my lighter up, and he would not interact with me. And then all of a sudden I hear Irene.
Uh-oh.
Screenshot.
Yes,
it's contagious.
Frozen.
Here's a good screenshot right here.
I'm trying to get a screenshot of it.
Oh my god! Look at this.
Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Froze, man.
Did you get frozen in carbonite?
This is like a glitch in the Matrix type of shit. Look.
They were making fun of you. He was. And then
I agree, Brian.
He froze. Dude, the suspense is killing me. Me too. It always cuts off the good part.
Blink, man. Blink
So,
your
y'all,
eyes.
we've already had 19 shares and 115 comments.
Hell yeah, guys. Thank you. And
Thank
make
you.
sure
Share
that you
us out.
guys.
That helps us.
Yes, share us out. Also, go follow these guys, Mason, MJC Paranormal on YouTube, and Matt Barron, Paranormal Consultant, the Paracast crew on Facebook. Yep, they're having internet issues again.
So let me show the MJC Paranormal something. I'm going to share my screen.
Not allowed. Just kidding.
Anyway.
We never fight. I tell you, we're always teasing each other.
And I want this one.
Yeah, I think so, Brian. I have our Parapost link to our YouTube channel.
Ooh, interesting.
So I want to show you guys this. We're actually, the whole team is upstairs. We're preparing to do a shamanic ritual with a shaman we had with us. And this is a still camera, and this is being used with the Phasm light from Ghost Stop. And I just want to see if, I mean, we caught a shadow figure big time.
And nobody was down there. There was no one down there.
Tell us what you guys think. Mason, you too.
Ooh. Gives me chills every time I say it.
Yeah.
Looks like
It almost doesn't look human.
it looks like a shadow person.
That's what it is.
I mean, it's a full blown shadow person walking, and it's not on the wall. It's actually walking in the middle of the room. You can easily, you could tell that it's not even on the wall. Yeah, it's like out from the wall. So that is a grade A catch, in my opinion.
That is naked lawnmower man's house.
So
naked lawnmower man. He made international news because he used to mow his lawn in the nude, and even in the winter, if he had to plow, he plowed in the nude. But there was he always had a hat on.
I think Matt said that it's his spirit animal.
What is his spirit animal?
I think Matt said that naked lawnmower guy is a spirit animal. He said on a podcast.
Yeah. He was in Pekin, Illinois, and he was arrested like 36 times, and they finally made him put up a privacy fence in his backyard because he just would mow his lawn in the nude, and he's like, it's my yard. I can do what I want.
But see, there's no fence in the front yard, so he was doing it nude.
He was doing it in the front yard too, yeah.
So it's like, why didn't you put up a big fence there too?
The amazing thing is the address. It was 1111 South 14th Street.
Damn.
Angel numbers. That's funny.
Yeah.
He was out there making all the husbands and boyfriends jealous.
No, there was I lived there at the time in Pekin. It was nothing to look at. He was like 70 when he started it.
So you made damn sure you went over there to check that out.
I did. I drove by because I didn't know how old he was. I was going to see.
He hit on Barb too.
Yes, he did. The spirit hit on me. I'm like, no, I'm married,
that during the winter or the summertime?
No, this was a few weeks ago.
Summertime. This few weeks ago. Yeah. You remember that old song in the 70s? Ethel, don't look. Oh yeah.
Yes, they call him the Streak.
Club of my club being hit on by spirits.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where we go. If there's a young female spirit, they always come on the Ovilus app and they say, "Oh, he's cute." How come only the dead girls hit on me? Never the live ones. Then when you do have a live one hit on you, she gives you a fake phone number.
Yeah. Like, what the hell?
Oh, man. She was all acting like she was into him and everything.
Youngest son.
Yeah,
her oldest son is married to my daughter.
But yeah, she was all into him and everything. You want my phone number? Okay, here. He didn't. He goes, okay. Like that. He didn't even ask for it.
Hey, Alicia, did you ever get that file?
Yeah. You want me to share it?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's look at the Christmas tree guy again.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool though, because he was getting down to the trunk and then go in
Get
there.
ready.
Sadly, we need to get some Christmas balls and just hang a couple balls on there and let him move stuff around, you know?
You said balls.
Small
did.
balls or the big Christmas balls?
Yeah, that's on.
We
We're
need
just all
that
talking
big
about balls now.
ball.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's why I was singing right when he's singing it.
The
When
ACD.
Oh, I have it.
I got big balls.
Barb just said she had big balls.
Yep.
Well,
Oh,
they've got to be to fit in that crack.
Mark,
The butt crack.
this is what I always say to Mark. Back off, Mark.
Yeah.
Together.
That's all I always say to him right back.
Karaoke over at her house. Look at that. It's good that we got all this laughter and positive energy going because I have a feeling we're going to need it tomorrow.
We are gonna need positive energy tomorrow.
Yeah, Brian, it does take interesting turns from now and then.
It's definitely going to be.
Especially when you got me on the team.
Connor said say no to crack.
I don't see that in there.
oh, you forgot about that one.
I seen it earlier. I thought he just saw it again. Oh, wait. We're back.
Take 6.
Take
There
6.
we are.
I thought this
So
was
you
take
see,
14.
you made
Where
fun
did
of
the other guy go?
you made fun of somebody, and then it happened to you.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
He was hitting on my wife, and actually,
Didn't that happen in Joe's house?
Wait a minute. Where'd he go? I just noticed.
I don't know. I hear him. I don't see him.
Well, when the one came on, the other went off.
Mason's like, crap, he's back.
But we can hear him still.
Yeah, just no video.
I'm waiting on him to message me back. And that video, my internet's being super slow. It's just not working. I thought I downloaded it, but it's not working right now.
I'm very yawny. Sorry.
Well, hold on.
Labrador says karma note.
You know what I can do? I can go to.
Didn't you already have like?
He deserved it.
Hold on. I can download this.
Oh, you're right.
Burr? Did you say burr? Burr?
Uh-oh.
Right.
All I gotta do is just share the screen again. That's all I gotta do.
You hear that cat?
Speaking of meow, where's my producers at?
Upstairs.
Oh.
They're all upstairs.
So I'll show you the
producers.
SLS again of the Christmas tree. This one. Yep, that one. Share it.
Oh, there's a lot there. Oh,
Oh yeah, he's climbing up and down. He's moving all around.
so this Christmas tree, just to give you some background information, the previous owner's son committed suicide right around Christmas time.
Mm. It almost looks like it's trying to decorate the tree almost.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's going way at the top. Then he was down at the base of the tree and just kept going up.
We don't, yeah, but we don't know the story of like if there was a reason why maybe he committed suicide. We just know that the previous owner, whose son committed suicide, just gave that to them.
Yeah. Yep. So I told the owner, I said, go ahead and hang some Christmas balls on those. I said, not the glass ones.
Yeah.
Just some plastic ones in case they drop them. Because he said that it's already knocked the tree over twice. They had to go down and pick the tree up.
Put cat
This
balls
is the
on
same house that naked lawnmower man was at.
Oh, geez.
That would be an awesome idea to have him order some of those lighted cat balls and hang them on that tree.
I do like that idea.
That's
And then have a stationary camera up and watch it.
REM pod up on top of the tree as the star.
There you go.
Yeah, but this tree might fall over. That'd be a little expensive.
It is a little Charlie Brownie.
Yeah, it's kind of a small tree.
Maybe set up REM pods and K2s all around the the
We
base
did
of
do
the
that.
tree, and then just take one of the Boo Buddies or Scare Bears and just tape it to the top of the tree.
We got a lot of answers to questions with just the REM pod.
Yeah. And then there was one room we went into, the laundry room. We went in there and the spirits were answering our questions by turning the lights on and off, the room lights.
Like,
I've had that.
A power surge, but it wasn't a power surge.
That's where the dinosaur went that Barb has, or that's where it came from.
Yeah. 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 And then I walked down. I had my crucifix on. And when we walked, Barb had closed a portal in the bathroom downstairs. And when I walked out, I heard a growl probably as loud as that of a grizzly bear. And I was like, "Oh!" I said, "Oh, you're one of those special ones, huh?" And I just left it alone. I left it alone because I wasn't. We weren't prepared to contend with anything like that at the moment. So since the shaman went there and we did our ritual, I did call Radley, and he said that he's been to the basement several times, twice to pick up the tree. They heard it fall over. But he says every time he goes down there now, he doesn't hear any growling, any hissing. He says whatever was down there, I think you guys get rid of.
Yeah, Barb closed the negative portal.
That's good.
Yeah, I just farted. So I closed it.
Actually,
probably.
That was a good one.
Tampered with, girl.
I had to.
Did you guys hear
Anytime
that?
you can laugh, they can't handle it. It's positive energy.
Absolutely. Did you guys ever hear the ghost part I caught on an EVP?
No.
You guys didn't hear that one? So my San Diego team, we were an interesting bunch. We were childish, real childish. A burp, a fart, anything, we lose it. We just start giggling like little kids.
It
Well,
brings
we were
the
doing
vibrational frequency up when you laugh.
Well, this EVP we caught of a fart, it definitely had some vibration. But no, it was bad. So we always did evidence review from our cases over at my one buddy's house. He had a fully stocked bar, so it's like no brainer. He had the biggest TV. He had like 3 or 4 computers. I mean, it was a no-brainer where we were going to go do evidence review. And I'm sitting there watching video. I'm watching the DVR, and he's sitting next to me with one of the recorders. And he just goes, all I hear him or see him do is just go like this and lean forward. And he goes, "You're shitting me." "Yes, you are shitting me." "Wait a minute." And he goes, "Matt, you need to listen to this." I'm like, okay. So I paused the DVR. I said, "What?" I am not even joking. You hear 2 of my investigators sitting there going, "Is there anybody here with us?" "Nothing." "My name's so-and-so. What's your name?" "Nothing." "Can you give us a sign of your presence?" It was nasty.
No way.
And it was so loud, I could feel the headphones vibrating. There was that much bass to this thing. And I'm like, oh my, oh, that's terrible. He goes, listen. I'm like, I already heard, I'm deaf. He goes, no, listen. And they continued with their EVP session. He goes, what don't you hear? And I said, I'm just hearing them asking questions. He goes, nobody freaking reacted. That's a fair point. I was like, we're idiots. Somebody would have said you need a squeegee or something after that. That was terrible. So, sure enough, we caught an EVP of a ghost part. No idea where it came from.
You caught Slimer.
Oh, that was slimy. That was bad.
I know that sounds far out,
None of you farted.
Go ahead, Mason.
I know that sounds far out, but I've actually experienced the same thing. I was in a trailer one time doing a paranormal investigation, and it was me, my ex-wife, and I believe it was her father-in-law or whatever, we was doing a session, and in the hallway, a fart happened. It was clear as day. We all heard it, and there's nobody in there. The ghost farted. Like, no shit.
There was shit.
Literally. That's awesome.
You know, at the time of your death, you release gases out of your body. I mean, what if that was just its way of communication?
That's funny.
Yeah, when you die, you
You
release
gotta
everything.
listen real closely for words out of that.
I hear growling. That sounds demonic. No.
No, you're right, Mason. Seriously. About
Oh, thank you
the
for this.
gas, the final gases leaving the body when you pass.
When I die, I'm gonna shit all over you.
I'm gonna haunt all of you.
Anybody got a baby wipe?
We'll make sure when you're on your deathbed, we'll have it depends on you. Okay?
Oh my God, you guys. You're
So-
awesome.
All over a fart.
So, Alicia,
Nope.
since we're on the topic, I just think of something else. All I have to say, yeah. That's exactly
You smell sulfur.
That's exactly why we smell sulfur. Yes.
Alicia, I sent you something else. But before this gets shown, Mason, all I gotta say is I love you, brother. I love you and Austin to death.
I love you too, bro.
No, maybe not after this. But so just to let you guys know, obviously with Para Unity and everything else, we like to obviously have fun. Things get a little weird at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I get challenged to do certain Canva videos. For those of you who don't know Canva, you can do like thumbnails, you can do different things. I just figured out how to do the videos, and I did a thing, and Mason, you're involved in it.
Uh-oh.
Are you talking about the erotica?
No.
What?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Never mind.
No. Yeah, I just want to pre-apologize to my brothers, Mason and Austin. I love you both. But I got bored and I created a short little video, and I had some fun with some sound effects, and I was tired. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I don't know what he did.
Uh-oh. You're just like, forgive me for his stuff.
Before I
in fairness,
I'm getting there.
in fairness, Mason, I did one for Marcus too, but he gets first crack at that one, and he has seen his, and he loves it. He thinks it's the greatest thing ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I did one for Squeakers, and I did one for my co-host too, Squeakers and Lurker.
I want to see that one.
Maybe not after
All
I
right,
see this one.
my computer is being really slow, so hold on.
Alicia, it might be you being slow.
A little bit.
Andale.
I'm a woman, not a man.
Well, while you're bringing that up, Alicia, Mason, you want to tell them about our theory about old boy at the battleship, our tour guide? Our theory with him that he's not actually real.
No, that was me and you.
Oh, that was me and you.
Yeah.
I hear everybody, but I just see a big old. Yeah, there we go.
Swirly thing and a ghost.
I smell a ghost,
Oh
y'all.
my God.
Sorry, what did you do?
There is sound to this, by the way.
Is there smell-o-vision?
I don't hear no sound.
Yeah, there's no sound with
it. He looks like he just farted.
You know, I thought it was funny with
Oh my god.
the sound makes it a lot better. I mean, now, yeah.
Darn it. I bet the sound made it funnier. I'll be doing the big old fart dance.
I can try.
I didn't know there was
Hold
a
on.
fart dance.
Mark,
Mark, show us the fart dance.
Oh, wait a minute. There you go, Alicia. See if that'll.
Wait, you got me another one?
Down on the bottom, you should be able to add it. I did a share thing.
Sean, you missed.
Oh, I see it.
He was gonna do a fart dance.
Oh man!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We have some weird conversations at night.
My face hurts.
And I think Austin was there too.
Freaking awesome.
That
I did it all
was
over
awesome with the accent.
What's funny is the first thing out of Austin's mouth was, "I can see Mason saying that. I smell a ghost, y'all. I can smell him.
I smell a ghost, y'all."
Now we have Mason's new merch. I smell a ghost.
Hey,
y'all.
I would do that. That's freaking awesome. Hey, that could be t-shirts. That could be
Hey,
t-shirts.
that'd actually be a good shirt.
Yeah.
I would buy that shit. I mean, come on, y'all.
The bear post.
But no, yeah, the whole thing with the tour guide was me and you.
Oh yeah. So just for reference, guys, this tour guide, great individual. He was phenomenal, very intelligent, knowledgeable of the ship. Great guy.
He sleeps on the ship 3 days out of the week every week.
Yep, he knows that place like the back of his hand. However, that being said,
very fucking creepy.
He would just show up randomly. We wouldn't hear him or see him until he was right there. And we were
underestimated the sneakiness.
Oh, it was worse. He would have put that guy. He would put the butler to shame.
I'm very sneaky, sir.
Oh yeah, he would. No, this guy was worse.
Okay, so we were when the original first time we were in the mess hall, and we were sitting there, and then we went into a different spot. We turn around and I shine my flashlight, and there's somebody sitting at a table. And I didn't realize who it was at first. And then Matt shines his flashlight. He's like, "Oh, it's you." He's like, the tour guide's like, "Yeah, it's me." He's like, "How long you been here?" He's like, "About 20 minutes. I've had like 5 or 6 people walk by me and not notice I'm here."
Mm-hmm. We just saw the shape, and I just brought my flashlight up just enough to shine off the deck, and I saw who it was, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
I'm the one that said to Matt, I was like, "How funny would it be is if we stayed all night? Because we could have stayed all night till they opened the next morning, and then talked to somebody, and they've been like, well, we don't have a tour guide that looks like that."
That would be crazy.
Or they would have said, "You were on the ship all night by yourself. We don't have somebody that stays over."
Yeah, or that.
Or showed him the picture and go, "Oh, he passed away years ago."
Yeah,
Apparently not.
Amazing.
Nobody told him.
I would have been so freaked out that I was actually talking to a ghost. Like, I've talked to ghosts before, but not like talked like I'm talking to a person.
I like that. Well, I already offered. If anybody's in the
Tammy, I don't know what you're saying, but your mic's muted.
Oops.
There you are.
That happens to the best of us.
I see your mouth going, but I'm like, oh, okay, it's like a silent movie.
Closed caption. Well, it's like I said, if anybody's in the San Antonio area, put a bell around Lurker.
Oh, Mike Cardenas, Maddie Vasquez, and Adam Ramos that were in the chats earlier.
Thank you for watching us.
Thank y'all.
I've enjoyed it, man. I've been watching y'all for a little bit.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed it while my internet's worked.
Yeah.
It's been
I know,
fun.
my
Like this has
internet's
been
been
the
wild.
funnest. This has been like one of the funnest podcasts that we've had
Yeah.
so far.
I agree.
It's
Need to
because
get-
we talk
I
about
love it.
farts.
Need to get y'all back
And
on my
there's
show.
Sean. He's all.
He is a very serious person.
Well, Matt is more the face of Paranormal Consultant. I'm more in the background. I don't usually do like interviews and stuff like that.
I'm the silliest person on the team.
I'm the
What
ADHD one.
place you
I have
investigate?
ADHD, but I'm also an introvert and have social anxiety, so that kind of counteracts literally everything.
Yeah, I don't have
No,
that.
I'm
I'm
kind
just
of
like,
watching on
squirrel,
my
squirrel.
phone.
Ooh, another squirrel.
I think the best place
my
we
phone to see
I
everything.
investigated was the last one we just did was Connor's house because
Oh, yeah,
of
that's been
what
my
happened
best one.
afterwards because it was the craziest experience I ever had
Even before
after an investigation. It was quite scary actually, and I haven't been in that position yet, and so it took a lot of grounding and meditating and cleansing afterwards to get back to my norm. And I actually went out and I bought a fluoride bracelet afterwards,
There you go.
which protects against psychic attack. And then I bought this necklace, black tourmaline. And then I got a new feather for smudging. And then I got another black tourmaline stone because I gave one of mine to my kids.
Right.
So you guys
Smokers
remember my
bullying.
kitty that's tail would go up behind me?
Mhm.
He's no longer. He was killed by a coyote.
Same day of our investigation.
Yeah.
Same day when we hit-
It was related to the investigation.
Yeah, we can go ahead and talk about that investigation really quick if that's okay
Well, I
with
mean, listen to this,
you
guys.
guys.
This is crazy because Tammy's cat got killed, right?
Before, yeah.
Yeah, that same day.
Then Tammy gets, after the investigation, Tammy calls and says, I just got pulled over by a cop. And then not 20 minutes later, Alicia calls me and says, I just hit a dog.
all frantic, like, oh
And
my
the-
God.
So
And-
I think, yeah.
And before that, I got off the phone with you because you called me. I was like 10 minutes down the road, and you said that when he stepped outside, which we closed all the portals and we did a
Right.
cleansing of the house, we cleansed Connor, and so it was out on the property now. Well, Connor stepped outside, and you said that his the black obsidian cross
The black
necklace,
obsidian cross broke in half right in front of us.
and then he got scratched. You said right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
But the
later I
scratches
called you
on his
back.
shoulders. Okay, so he was getting scratches while we were there,
Mhm.
but they were not from the outside. They were coming from the inside out.
Hmm.
And Mark turns and looks at me and goes, uh-oh, what's going to happen to us?
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody was like getting attacked.
And then he sits there on the couch. He goes, Mark, and I go, what? He says, pull back that curtain. He says,
Yes.
it's looking at me through the window here. And his mom pulled back the curtain, and I took my phone and took a picture. And what I have a picture of is a mouthful of teeth and 4 eyes.
And it looked very lizard-like.
And
Well,
then-
and the spirit also
Reptilian
about the
type.
cat, because the cat was killed the day of that morning.
Yes.
And the spirit said, I killed your cat.
So
Yep.
I know you guys are in Illinois. Whereabouts in Illinois?
Right in the middle.
Like
Umbra, you
Peoria,
feel like
Illinois area.
road
Peoria,
trip?
Illinois.
This little town is called Manlius. Manlius.
Road
But
trip?
we all are central around Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah.
Road trip? Road trip?
Yeah,
So-
come see us.
Where we were at, Matt,
Yeah.
was Manlius, Illinois, and it's a very small town and it's very historical. You can tell once you drive into it, it's super small. And then there's this very historical bank, and like you got the strip mall of these businesses. You could tell they've been there for many, many years.
And the population is less than 400.
See, here's the thing. Number one, I love small towns. That's where we're from. We're from a small town.
Small town in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
You're right. So I love small towns. I love the atmosphere. I love the people. But when it comes to the paranormal, this sounds terrible, but the more aggressive a spirit, the more I get excited for it, because I've always told everybody if I'm pinned up against like a ceiling fan, like spinning around, don't help me. Record that shit.
Record that.
I get to be sitting here with like scratches all over the place, and I'm just like, don't help me. Just keep filming. Let's go. Let's keep this going.
This kid is protected because he has some Cherokee background, and he is protected by the wolf spirits and his ancestors.
Ooh, my spirit guide and his protectors might have some fun. But case in point, and Mackenzie will tell you about this. We were investigating down in Annapolis, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And during the investigation, we kept feeling a heaviness in this one stairwell. So we started doing an EVP session, and I'm one of those, I'll ask some of the questions that make people uncomfortable. Like, do you know you're dead? Or, what's it like to die? Stuff like that. I love those questions because just the emotion that it brings up is fun.
Because most of them don't know.
Exactly. And that helps out too, because if they don't know, then you can help them out. And we were sitting there in the stairwell. It was Mackenzie, myself, and two other investigators. One was holding a camera. And as we're sitting there, I said, do you know you're dead? And all of a sudden, one of the investigators said that she was feeling very heavy, very angry. She wasn't sure why. And she said, I think you're making him mad. I said, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you the truth. I said, whether you like the truth or not, I'm going to tell you the truth. You are not here. You have passed on. You are not here. All of a sudden, I felt like somebody was choking me on my neck. So I had my hands in the front pocket of my hoodie. I slowly pulled them out. I told the camera guy, I said, hey, point the camera over at me real quick. So he does. And you see me pull my hands out, go like this. I said, now keep filming. He goes, okay. And I said, seriously, dude, if you're doing that, you're not hurting. You got to do it worse than that. I said, I kind of like it. Keep going. Trying to egg him on a little bit. That's the type of provocation I do. Just a light challenge. And I said, it's getting tighter. I said, so here. So I went like this, grabbed my collar, pulled down, and I said, look at my throat. And all of them said they could see it. They could see the handprint on my throat. And I was like, do it again.
It wasn't a guy. It was a female, we found out.
I don't care who it was.
Wow.
I said, do it again. Do it harder. I don't care. Keep going. That's good evidence to me. So I like those spirits.
Apparently, the place that we were investigating used to be a house that this lady lived in. And she doesn't like other people being there. And the stairwell that we were in was the stairwell where she's seen a lot. Going up and down and all around and up and down.
A brothel too. It used to be a bunch of different things.
She was the madam of this brothel.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she thought Matt was being unruly and decided to take care of him like she would an unruly customer.
Yep.
Back in her time.
She had the balls, as they would say.
Joke's on her. I enjoyed it.
Yep, like they say to me, you got the balls. They'll send me anywhere. I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, put me in a dark corner, a basement, attic. Let's go. Jail cell. I'll have one.
So Mason,
I'll go. but you don't let me go places.
Let her go places.
Let her go places.
Do it.
Okay, so just a little bit ago, Connor sent me a message that a cat showed up on his property.
Okay.
And he said this cat came to him, and it's because of my cat.
Aw.
He needs that cat.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it showing itself to Connor?
It's showing itself to Connor
So
to give
he
to
can
me.
take it home tomorrow.
Might be.
So Mason, what was your craziest experience doing any kind of investigations? I know we all just kind of discussed it, so let's hear from you.
Well, there was I used to live in an old military hospital, and it was extremely haunted, but right beside this hospital was an old abandoned brick home. And the story behind this home was a man named Herschel Guy and his wife lived there. He had a best friend. His name was, I think his name was David or something like that. Well, anyway, he lived up the road and he had a wife. Well, they ended up falling in love with each other's wives. And they got with each other's wives. They ended up getting married to each other's wives later on. And well, David realized a couple years down the road that he still loved his wife. Well, he went over there and talked to him about it, and they done fell in love and moved on. But David was hurting about it because he realized what he lost. Well, anyway, went home and got his shotgun, come back to his best friend's house, and when he knocked on the door and guy answered, he blew his brains out right there. Well, 2 weeks later, for some odd reason, Guy did the same thing. So the place is extremely haunted, and a lot of people's had experiences in this house. So I wanted to do a session. So I had about 8 people with us, and I told everybody to, hold hands. Let's get in a circle and start communication. And I would ask, if you're here, could you knock once for yes? And it would do it every time. And I asked the question. I said, if you want us to stay here and talk, could you knock once for yes? And it did. And then my sister-in-law, Becky, started crying and saying that she wanted to leave right when I asked that question, and it pissed it off. So the light bulbs in the light socket started popping one by one, blowing up. And this big old sheetrock flew through the living room, through the hallway, and busted between us on the wall.
Oh shit!
It was crazy. I've never seen anything like it. But when she started crying and saying that she wanted to leave right when I said that, and it said it wanted us to stay, it pissed it off that bad. And 8 people witnessed this shit.
Jeez, that'd have been cool.
So what did you do before you went home to protect yourself from attachment?
Well, that's the thing. I ended up ripping the cabinets out of this house and taking it to my house, and I put it in. Well, it gave the spirit over there, it allowed it to travel to my home because the dishes was moving, it was knocking, shit was hovering over us at nighttime like this black mass. And that's how I got into Southeastern Paranormal years ago. I was in a big paranormal team. We worked with TAPS on TV, the TAPS. I didn't actually meet TAPS, but they were affiliated with TAPS. So it was pretty cool, man. And that's how this all began. And now I'm here on YouTube.
That's cool.
I will tell you, Mason has a knack for catching some damn good evidence. He actually caught some of the best evidence I've seen in my 16 years. You know which one I'm talking about, brother. The one
museum.
The one I keep bugging you guys. We need to go back to. He actually caught, and I can't believe I'm saying this, That's the only way I can explain it. He's caught a legit orb. And I am the biggest naysayer in orbs, but he actually caught one. He caught that, and he caught a full-bodied apparition on camera.
I think I remember watching that.
I don't know. I couldn't believe it. Everything he was showing me, I was like, no, dude, no. And then I was like, we're going. That's it.
You can pull it up if you want to. You could pull it up and show them. I mean, it's really magnificent.
You realize how many,
and see,
you realize how many videos I got on my YouTube?
See, the funny thing about these orbs is I asked it, could you please manifest yourself? And all of a sudden, these orbs started flying through the ceiling and started they'd done a spiral right in front of me. It was children. See, the Indians came in this home many years ago and slaughtered the whole family, including the kids. And I believe that them orbs were children.
And they were almost on command.
Yeah.
And I, like I said, I'm one of the biggest naysayers in orbs. 99% of the time, I'll be like, nah, man, that's dust, water, bug, something. But what he showed me, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it.
I've showed you orb pictures in the basement.
Oh, I know. I'm still kind of.
Yeah, we got a place here in Peoria called the Book Rack. It's got about 20 to 25 children's spirits in it. And we went there one time. You remember this, Barb? We went there and we're talking to Stacy. And I had my camera, the night vision camera up, and this orb just comes up and goes.
Yeah, it just stops.
It just hovers like this. It was checking me out. And I'm like, check this thing out. And it was like a fluorescent green gold color.
Yeah.
And then it just whoop, gone. And I'm like, that thing is checking me out.
See, I've had them fly up to my camera and actually speak. My last video I did with Austin, I had one fly out the bathroom right up to my camera, and it said, "Oh yeah," and flew off.
I do this. I can't say anything. I do the same thing when I leave the bathroom. I say the same thing.
It damn sure did. It said, flew up there and said, "Oh yeah," and
Like
just
the
hauled
Kool-Aid
ass.
Man.
I was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome."
So Mark had an experience in my bathroom. My spirit let him know it was here. I'll let him explain.
We need to make a segment specifically on ghosts in the bathroom. And like talk about different spirits.
Particularly funny because he was trying to say, whatever, but I'll let him explain.
No, I mean, she told me she had a female spirit in the bathroom. So I went in there, closed the door. I said, hey, if there's a female spirit in here, could you please turn your back, okay? I want some privacy here. And I went bathroom, went pee and shit, and I go over to the sink and I turn the water and the water didn't come on. I'm like, what's this? So I turned it off, turned it back on. It wouldn't come on. So I turned it off and I was like, all right, now you're playing with me. Can you please just let me have some water so I can wash my hands? And I turned it on and it went boof and just soaked my whole top, man.
Looked like he pissed his pants when he came out of the bathroom. I was dying, man. That was funny.
I have a perfect. If you do a show about like bathroom and ghost parts and stuff, I already have a title: Paranormal. Shit is real.
Yes, that is awesome.
A few days before that, I had left my phone on the bathroom counter, and I was in the kitchen, and my alarm went off, and my phone flew across the bathroom. And like my alarm, it was whatever it was very annoyed with my alarm going off because it just went, and it was like next to my bathtub on the other side of the bathroom.
You guys want to have a really out there guest and a really fun guest? Then there she is.
I want to bring her on.
PDX.
Oh, you crazy people!
Well, I want to bring everybody on.
Well, you know what? They're crazy. I'm not. I'm sweet and innocent.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the only one that's gonna say that.
I'm just paranormal.
I'm not normal.
Paranormal shit happens.
Butt crack, baby butt crack. Butt crack, baby butt crack. It's a butt crack, baby.
Well, you have a new intro.
There you go.
Oh my God.
New intro for the show. I can already see it.
Hey,
Sean
we got the Barb in back of us twerking.
Oh God, help me.
Is Sean froze?
Either
What
that or
would
is
they
in
do
deep
without
thought.
me?
If you want to do that, you might traumatize our viewers.
Well, with
Says
that being said, bye.
Alex is her son.
Sean is meditating, y'all.
He's in deep thought. He hasn't moved for like 10 minutes. That's dedication.
Oh, there, Sean.
Thinker.
You see,
He might be frozen.
statue, they based it off him.
Yeah, okay.
Like, okay, so you got any gray poupon?
He really might be frozen.
What you should do just to mess with him. At the end of the show, instead of ending the broadcast, just single frame him and just see what he does. And when he comes back, you'd be like, wait, what?
Oh God.
I did that something like that to Lurker, the one show. I went live and he was a little bit on the later side. He shows up, he's just like, and we're like, hey Lurker, how you doing, brother? He's like, oh, I'm good. Pulls up this bowl of like spaghetti or something and just starts going to town on it. And we're sitting here live on video. I'm like, you all right? You doing all right? He goes, yeah, I'm good. How, what's going on? I was like, no, we're just hanging out, chilling. And he's just going. He goes, so when did we go live? I go, 10 minutes ago. He's like, what? You didn't tell me.
Just sit there.
The first meatball or the second one?
Oh, he was having a good old time with that. Made me
That
hungry.
was so funny.
Is their meatballs good, boy?
Mama makes some good meatballs. Mm-hmm.
I made meatballs last night. Matt ate most of them.
They were good.
Were they the big meatballs?
They were. They're the big old, them the big old boys. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was frozen.
Well, he was frozen. He went away.
You sound
smart and loud.
You sound like that guy from Atlantis.
So Donna said, Mark, showing you a clip I showed you about a family that caught their dead son's ghost. I don't think I have it where I can show, but I can tell it. It actually made the Atlanta news, Atlanta, Georgia, and there was a family. Their security camera actually caught their son's ghost in the kitchen, and it's clear as day.
Wow.
And it's pretty intense. It actually like I said, made the news. I don't know if I can bring that up. Here.
Nope, I made it.
If it was raiding the fridge, that's the typical
That's me.
young adult.
No, that's me. Mason went to go get Sean.
That's you at like freaking 2 o'clock in the morning when you wake up with insomnia and can't go back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
All I hear is the fridge open and then close, and I'm like half awake at this point.
I need mouse traps in my fridge for the middle of the night so I don't eat so much.
Don't give my wife ideas.
No, you know what I'm gonna get? You know those child locks that you can also get for like animals? I'm gonna get those and put them on the fridge for you.
Because see, for me, that would work because if it's too much work, it's not worth it, and then I would lose a whole bunch of weight.
I have a sawzall. And
you don't have it in the room.
Yes, I do actually. It's under the bed.
Hey, just buy duct tape. It fixes all.
Except our router.
No, be nice to it. It might go off again, and if it does, I'm not coming back on.
I actually found the clip. I'm going to share my screen and show this to you guys. This is pretty intense.
I have the hiccups. Sorry.
I heard that.
Yeah, blue butt.
Loudon.
I have spooky security camera footage.
Yeah, a Metro Atlanta mom says it actually shows her son's ghost. CBS 46's Yasmina Alston spoke with some paranormal investigators to see if it's real or if it's a hoax.
Here in Canton, Georgia, a group of paranormal investigators look into the supernatural. So it was only right that we asked them about what a mom says she saw in her security footage.
It's definitely unexplainable.
A Metro mom says her home security footage captured her son.
Wow.
Definitely tell that in the photo there is a human figure.
On Facebook, Jennifer Hodge posted that she was watching TV with her daughter when an alert on her phone said, "Your entryway camera saw someone." Here's what it showed.
No one's around at the time and something gets captured that we can't explain.
Hodge posted that the figure looks just like her son Robbie, who died in 2016. Hodge told media outlets her son died of an accidental drug overdose. Now, we showed the pictures to paranormal investigators Heather Thompson and Stephanie Forte with Paranormal Georgia Investigations. They agree with Hodge.
Okay, now I'm understanding what she's talking about, but it was definitely a human figure. I mean, there wasn't anything questionable as to, okay, maybe that's a curtain that's billowing, or maybe that's, an appliance. That's definitely a human figure.
The two are part of a group that investigate homes and businesses of those who think they're dealing with the paranormal. They tell me security footage can be helpful, but to confirm an actual home visit would be necessary. Hodge posted she is happy to be able to know her son is always with them.
I'm glad that she's happy. I'm very glad that she's comforted and that this brings her joy, because I wish more people would have that type of reaction to paranormal activity.
In Canton, Yasmina Alston, CBS 46 News.
Wow.
That's intriguing.
Yes.
I mean, it really looks like a person.
Oh yeah, you could definitely tell it was like a teenager standing there getting ready to have a midnight snack. It's like they were going through their daily routine.
Well, what I liked about it is you could actually see like the lines too. You could see like the lines in the facial hair.
Yeah.
So you could see,
really
see
cool.
that. You could see everything.
The hair and everything.
And the other thing is too is with a lot of like digital pictures or something like that, if they're like a double exposed or whatever,
right.
The things are almost see through, so you could see like two pictures. That was literally like a solid figure. You couldn't see the countertop. You couldn't see anything behind this subject.
Well, it's also because the camera, it had to be something like solid for the camera to actually send a notification to her phone saying a person was caught in your kitchen at 11:51 p.m.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the camera's not going to catch it.
Yeah.
That would be understandable for like what my aunts have. They have like motion sense cameras, so if anything moves in their backyard, they get a notification.
I have that too.
But for it to take a still picture, there has to be like a physical
shape.
Yeah.
Now, did anybody else catch what the paranormal team said? That's good piece of evidence, but they prefer to have an actual investigation performed. That I like. I really like that because, I mean, we can look at pictures and stuff all day, but
they can be faked.
Exactly.
It could be
exactly. And the fact that they said, they gave them the benefit of the doubt. They're like, yeah, this looks good. This looks like a good, solid piece of evidence. But they wanted to do more. They want to be able to check it out. And to me, that's how you build a reputation. That's how you build trust with your community and everything. Because, like I said, and like you said too, Tammy, it could be fake. People could be out there to try to scam us, or I'm sure you guys have heard it too. The D word, Demont. Yeah. There's always those. Everyone has them. But I don't like when, like, every time somebody comes to me like, hey, I have this going on, I have that going on, get a team in, get them in to investigate, because that's how you're gonna know.
And then sometimes you need to come back a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're going back to, well, I wasn't there the first time, but this will be our third time helping Connor and his family.
Well,
I wasn't there the first time either.
In all seriousness, if you guys need help with that one, don't be afraid to reach out.
We may. This is a big one.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest one, because we've known Connor for 2 years, but Mark's known that family for years.
Ever since I was in high school.
Yeah.
Well, love to help out, and I know my wife and I would be happy to take a road trip.
Not biggest as in physical, but like mentally and all that other stuff.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Well, and then he's a gifted psychic too. So that's where a lot of it's coming from. I'm feeling like it's a big part of the dark night of the soul. And he's got a lot of learning to do, but he needs a lot of support.
Mm-hmm. Just out of curiosity, did you guys look at any geology
Hi,
reports?
Connor. He just let us know he's here.
Oh.
Hi, Connor. Add me.
Did you guys, by any chance, look at any of the geological reports in the area?
Yeah, it was very highly Native American land, which that's typical. And then it was cleared off. They were forced off the land in the early late 80s. There is a historical building that is directly next to his house, almost as close to where you could reach out the window and touch it. It's an old bank, and the architect, this is the only building that is still standing and original that he built and designed. So it's a historical building. The bank on the other side of their house, the building directly on the other side of their house, actually is a bank too. That one was robbed. It sounds like in the late 70s, early 80s. So there's a block away, the bar. The mom owns the bar, but it was passed down to her by her mom. And there's a lot of history there too. And we think that maybe that whole block is
Why is it so small?
part of it.
What about what kind of stones are in the ground? Like, are you is it mainly limestone?
Oh yeah, this area is all limestone.
Limestone? Is there a water table?
I don't know.
That'd be something I would check out. See if there's a water table somewhere in there.
Also, Connor found a noose in the woods somewhere.
Oh, that's always fun.
That's when things got really crazy.
He found an old piece of rope, yeah.
He didn't touch it or anything, did he?
He did.
Yes. That's when all this started.
I'm one of those people that will pick that kind of stuff up. I know I
Oh,
shouldn't,
yeah.
but
I
I
would
will
too.
anyway.
I would too.
Let me
Yeah, that'll attract it.
I want to show you the picture of the bank.
Yeah, that's like the original picture.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Now, if you can look at this, there's a cross in this window right here. There's a face here, there's a face here, a face here, and a face here.
It's real small, so we can't
real
see that.
small.
Can you blow it up a little?
I don't know how I can do that. Let me see. I can do it this way.
Oh, there you go.
Hold on.
You need to check your notifications, sir.
Yeah, I don't worry about that.
It's just Barb. No, I'm just
Let
kidding.
I'm trying to get it to go bigger, and it won't go bigger. So.
Yeah.
Did you download it?
But that is, like I said, that building right there is close enough you could almost reach out the window and touch it.
That's as big as I can make it.
Is there a lot of reports in the area of activity, or is it
I was
just his
wondering that. Honestly, I was wondering that.
If there is, people don't talk about it.
Beulah's there is, which is a block away.
Yeah, the tavern has. I'm also going to show you something else that blew me away today.
He had asked about Manlius being on a water table. He's, according to Illinois.edu, they have a major sand and gravel aquifer and a major deep bedrock aquifer. What they're sitting over.
then there's where some of your activity is stemming from. It's a lot of energy. If something happened, you've got a lot of energy trapped in that ground, and it's being amplified.
Yeah, and then Connor's got a Cherokee background too, and we've seen a lot of wolves.
Something tells me that that's where a lot of it's stemming from.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically sitting on a big EM pump.
Yes, Connor just said is talking about the cat that showed up.
I'm gonna have to save this. I have to download this.
But yeah, that area has a lot of history, so it's very interesting.
Anywhere that I find that has a lot of like history, and I start getting a lot like certain reports from different areas, that's the first thing I look for. I look at the geological side of it. Like, is there a water table? Is there an underwater well, spring somewhere? And
Well, the population of this town is like under 400.
I'm gonna zoom out.
Yeah,
All right, hold on, guys.
Damn, that's not many at all, is it?
I need to show you this because there's a history with this family. This blew me away today. If you guys can see.
Oh, not really.
Hold on. Okay, this is Connor.
Hi, Connor. Connor's over there too.
See, I see Nat in the window, and then on the left side of the window pane, there's also faces.
So, there was a guy. His name is Ryan.
The map was built in the 20s. Yes.
And there was a guy named Ryan, and I know Ryan because Ryan dated my oldest daughter for about 2 months. Something.
And that's Connor's cousin.
Yes, something influenced Ryan, and he hung himself in his dad's garage. We have contacted Ryan several times on several investigations here, but this is the first time when I zoom in on this picture. I want you to pay attention.
No, I can see the eyes already.
You see
Even
the
like
eyes?
far back, yeah.
Here's a hat, like a ball cap here.
Yeah.
It looks like
Bugs Bunny.
I could see that from back before it was zoomed in.
This
I
is
saw it
Ryan.
immediately.
Guys, this is Ryan. That's his face. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, that's his face.
Then on the left side, there's one too.
Yo.
I see it.
See it on the left pane?
Yeah.
Right there.
Up here, there's another one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I see.
They're all
That's
over.
one of his Native American protectors.
These are Native Americans. You can see the
They're
feathers.
on the
hanging
property.
Mark, do you have the picture of the back door at Connor's mom's house?
You mean we took that night?
Yes.
Yes,
The
actually.
front room and the back. The back door had a lot of faces in it.
I'll be right back. Hold on. Let's get out of here.
Damn, that was a face. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. That was, and thing is, I know that kid, and I just looked at that and I got chills. I posted it on our.
I did too.
Posted it in the thread, yeah.
Yeah, it's in the thread.
Way back.
I know they were talking a lot today. I couldn't keep up, so I just didn't look.
Oh, by the way, since I just seen that, I want to give a big shout out for our videographer, Cameron. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Cameron.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, Cameron.
Hey, Mark,
I'll be on the
if
boat.
you go to the 3 dots right next to the team name, there should be a little thing for media. Where is it? It should say something around there that says media.
No.
Why is that one different? Maybe the down arrow right next to it. There should be a shortcut that you should be able to click that should say show media.
I tried doing that before, and I had to do it on my phone.
Here.
I just wanted to get something.
No. We're close.
$10 hours later.
10 hours later. 10 hours later, and I can still smell Barb's butt.
Yeah, I mean, no comment.
That's some good distance.
I guess so.
Come on.
They
Oh, my
talked
Talk too much on our messenger.
There's been a lot of talk about Connor going on, let me tell you. Oh, come on. My God.
Oh, I think it.
I do want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us for as long as you have. This has been one of our, I think, another one of our longest podcasts that we had.
Well, what was it? Mason, Marcus from Minnesota Spirit Hunters. My wife hopped in a couple of times, but we did, what was it, Mason? Like 5.5 hours?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was our
time. Hey, John beat us.
That was our New Year's.
Oh yeah, I think I was.
That was the
you
one.
guys.
That was the one where I made somebody lose.
Yeah,
the game.
Yeah, Mason.
I actually enjoyed it. This has been truly awesome, y'all, to come on here with y'all and be able to talk about all this stuff like we have and joke and laugh. I mean, damn.
Okay, I want to
Don't
show
get
you.
no better than this, folks.
I got to download this.
Yeah, definitely. So,
I
guys,
want to show you this picture. I don't know if I can bring it in, but this is the picture of the 4 eyes and the mouth.
you can see it.
Yeah.
We caught this outside looking in.
And it looks very lizard-like.
It looked very angry because we had pushed it out of the house and it couldn't get back in. And that's when Barb went to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And she opened the door, and that's when I think it took a swipe at Connor. And that's when the black obsidian cross broke in half.
And Connor,
Well,
just because we're talking about this, Connor, you need to make sure that you're not giving it any power. Don't even acknowledge what we're talking about right now.
No,
if you
that
need to,
is a
get off the chat,
female.
okay?
But
That
the
is
thing
a
is,
female,
we can't get in his house
reptilian.
right now.
Oh my
And
God.
the things that we found during our investigation, the faces that were found in the house were Native American spirits protecting him. He's got hundreds, if not more.
I'm picking up that is a female reptilian. I don't know if y'all know what reptilians are.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I
but
do.
that's exactly what y'all caught, and it's female.
But he's stuck outside right now.
So, Mason, go ahead and go into what a reptilian is for the people that are watching that might not know.
Well, a reptilian is a kind of like a shapeshifter, but there's different types. You got Dracos, which is the older, like the original form, and then over time of mating with humans, they started looking more like us. But they're still, they can switch their eyes, but they look just like us, and they are also reptilians in the spirit world. They are what you call demons, really. So there's stories in the Bible and stuff about angels coming down and having sexual intercourse with human women and creating Nephilim. And I believe that these reptilians are fallen angelic creatures.
So Connor's mom is asking why she wants Connor.
Do what?
Connor's mom asked what she wants with Connor.
I mean, anything. They feed off of fear. They feed off of
Anxiety.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
Look
well,
at
I
all
mean,
those
and
faces,
Connor,
man.
It could also be the fact that he's extremely gifted as well.
Well, that's
Yeah,
gonna say.
because they're trying to
say.
keep him from learning his gift.
I was just gonna say.
This picture was taken of Connor's kitchen window after we did the smudging of the house. Look at how many faces are outside.
And those are stuck outside.
They are stuck outside. They cannot get back in.
Well, with Connor and Michelle right here, if you guys don't mind, could you send me those pictures?
I don't like the look of that one.
Sure.
I'd love to put them through.
So my
Put them through a
belief,
program.
my belief is that Connor has a lot of gifts that they want to keep him from learning and acknowledging.
Yeah.
Well, because they
Because
know
he
when
is
he-
a strong kid.
Yeah, when he gets his gifts, I guess you call it, or his abilities fine-tuned, he is going to be so powerful.
Well, a lot of times, what I find is if somebody has any type of gifts or abilities, they're basically a beacon for the spirits, and they know that they can reach out. And if someone isn't,
It doesn't
attuned,
matter whether it's a good spirit, bad spirit, or whatever. If you're just learning your abilities, you're a big beacon for anything. It's
So
going to come
he
to you.
needs to learn to say no. Go
Yeah.
away. I am not going to talk.
He
to
needs
to
to
talk
put
to
up
Irene.
boundaries.
He needs to talk to Irene.
He needs to learn boundaries.
So while we have you guys on here, what is your advice to Connor and Michelle?
Because he's not even 13 yet. He's just a kid.
I'll tell you what I told him today. I told him that he needs to keep positive thoughts all the time, no matter what's happening, because when he gets mad and he starts getting angry, he's going to draw in negative energy.
Honestly, I would say probably get some, let's call it, ironically, Apache tears or obsidian. Keep that on you.
He
Try
does.
that.
It has broken. Two different
Broken?
things. Two different obsidian things have broken.
What about clear quartz?
I have some of that I can bring to him.
I would say clear
I could tell
quartz
you
to start off.
something that he can do that's better than anything that y'all can even possibly talk about or imagine.
Go ahead.
He needs to call upon, and I don't know what the young man believes, but I tell you, there is power in the name Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why one of the things that I told him to repeat over and over again was the violet flame thing. I am a flame of violet light. I am the purity God desires. Or I am a flame of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. And it's just 2 sentences. It's easy to remember and just repeat it over and over again. And if that's just reminding yourself of your own purity and your connection to God.
So the first time we went there, we were in another group, and the leader of our group literally held Connor down and challenged. He thought it was a demon. He was telling us to jump into me, leave the boy alone, jump into me. And I went over there and I went to help because Connor, was being so strong. Now I'm 215 pounds. This 12-year-old boy threw me across the living room like I was a knapsack.
A rag doll.
He was 11 at the time, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was 11 then, yeah. He threw me, and then he looked at me, and I got back up. And I says, whoa, 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 what's going on here? And he was just like, now whatever's dealing with him, it's telling him to do very bad things.
Well, and the fact that Connor has kept control over all this time, being a juvenile and everything, he is a very strong kid.
Yes, he is.
When is his birthday?
May 22nd?
May 22nd, coming up, he'll be 13.
What is his zodiac?
That would make him a Gemini.
Yep.
So, to kind of go off with Mason, the Lord's Prayer is always good. Anytime I do a cleansing or a blessing, it's always the Lord's Prayer before and after. So, Connor, if you're still watching, bud, if you ever start to feel yourself getting angry, start with that. The other thing is to, as weird as it sounds, get off property. Walk across the street.
Yep.
Don't ever, if you feel, and honestly, I would say that to the entire family. If you guys feel yourself any type of angry or irritated or whatever, walk off property, walk across the street, go somewhere, go for a walk, just stay off of the property.
Well, and even if you can't remember all of the Lord's Prayer, you can remember, even though I walk through the shadow of death, I will fear no death, for thou art with me. Just
So
that.
his mom just said that he does leave the house.
And he did
There's,
the investigation.
there's power in the name Jesus Christ. It don't matter if you believe it and you have full faith that it's real. He is real and he is the King. Then all you got to do is speak it and mean it and tell that spirit to back off in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And that spirit will back off. And there's certain people you don't F with, and he could be one of them. Spirits don't do me. I tell you, certain people can command spirits. Everybody ain't got that, but
Connor's
those
going
that
to
do.
when he learns it.
And guess what? I'm half Native American. My father is Native American, and it's Cherokee.
Yeah, I'm Cherokee. Yeah, Sean's Cherokee, and yeah, Connor and his mom.
I'm Cherokee and Blackfoot.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
am Cherokee and Blackfoot, exactly.
Interesting.
So there is another individual that you could possibly connect with, Michelle Connor. There's an individual named Dr. Dale that actually Scott, Mr. Fedora, hangs out with. Dr. Dale is a actual certified demonologist. He is probably one of the best I've ever seen in my life. If you get a hold of Warren Area Society of Paranormal or Scott Morton, he can get you in contact with Dr. Dale. You can also go to Dr. Dale on Deck on YouTube. He should have all of his contacts in there.
Is it Dr. Phil or
Dale, like Austin, Dr. Austin, like Dale, Dr. Austin.
We also have a shaman who is like a full-fledged shaman who's working on it, and a shamanic healer that may be with us tomorrow.
There you go. So you guys are going out there tomorrow?
Yes.
Crap. Well, we're out.
I'm sure we'll go back again.
Well, if you let us know at least a couple weeks in advance, we can plan something to come out and help.
Mackenzie, do you have any suggestions from you yourself?
That's cool, Ken.
Not a whole lot. I'm still learning my gifts, to be honest. Which really does suck because I've been told by multiple mediums that I'm also going to be relatively a strong type of medium of some sort. But not in that way. Shut up. So I'm still learning. The most thing I can say is just boundaries. You have to tell them to leave you alone.
Yeah, that's
even if it's just you standing in a room alone and just being like, no, I don't want to talk to you right now. You need to leave me alone and go away. If you put out that type of energy of just like leave me alone, but not in an angry way.
I can't deal with this right now.
Yeah, just like I can't deal with you right now. Just go away. Because my house is haunted. I do have ghosts that do want to talk to me in my house. Now they are family members of mine, but a lot of times they get on my nerves. And I don't want to talk to them. So a lot of times I have to be like, okay, I've had enough of you for the day. You need to go away. I can't deal with you anymore. Like my dad's real dad who passed away. For some reason, the one day before I went to work, I couldn't find my car keys. I was going to be late for work and I could not
like
find
hiding
my car
those.
keys. I could not find them. And I was like, okay, whoever took my keys needs to give them back now because I'm going to be late for work. And then as soon as I said that, I found them laying on my bed. And I was like, thank you. Now the next time, do not touch my stuff. And nobody has touched my stuff since.
Yeah.
Once you realize that you have power like that, it's a little less scary.
You just have to tell them. Now, granted, not all of them, like the reptilian that Mason said you're dealing with, are going to listen to you. But the ones that have basic common sense will be like, oh, okay, he doesn't want me around right now.
And he has like 30 wolves and Native American spirits that are,
and they will also help
him,
you.
so they'll all help.
If you can talk to somebody to help you figure out how to talk to them, that would help you immensely as well, because they can help you set those boundaries around yourself.
Right.
That's what my spirit guide does for me. She helps me set those boundaries.
So what I had Connor do that night, because this thing that was looking through the window that we saw a picture of was in the house. It was actually controlling him. So I had him stand up, and I had him pretend that on his tailbone he grew a root and it went down into Mother Earth. And every time he breathed in, it went deeper and deeper and deeper. And then once we got it rooted good, then we sent a bright light from the crown of his head up into Father's sky, up into space. Once that happened, I had him grab that light and I had him push it out.
And around him.
And all around him. And I says, push it outside the house. And he pushed it out like this. And he was fighting. He was like trembling with his muscles, like, you're lifting weights and it's really heavy. Yeah. He was pushing and he was grunting and he went like this. And he goes, okay, it's out. And that's when we saw it outside the house.
Meditation,
they can't hurt
meditation
you.
also helps as well. That is a form of meditation where you just sit there and you push out energy. I do that a lot. Sometimes if I'm having like a rough time or whatever, I'll go somewhere and I'll just push out energy.
But I told him, I told him to keep pushing, go out to the outside boundaries of the state. And he was pushing. And then I says, now let's go all the way out to the edge, the boundaries of the country. And he pushed and pushed and did that. But he didn't. He only pushed to the outside of the house.
But he was being controlled, and
we're getting to that. Whatever it was outside was telling him to lie to me.
So let me ask you guys, and Michelle, Connor, feel free to hop in. Do you guys have don't mind the hands, you'll understand it here in a second. Do you have a metaphysical or holistic store that sells herbs, quartz, stuff like that?
Probably not in a town with 400.
They would have to drive to Peoria, which is that's where we live, about an hour away.
It's closer to me, and I'm 45 minutes from them. And I always visit my metaphysical shop here.
Okay. If you can find it, Alicia, great. If you can't, let me know. I will get some and I will send some out. So this you can find on Amazon. Brown sage, not white, not black, brown. Brown sage, lavender oil, just cover it. Not obviously soak it, but just a couple lines over it. Let it sit, let it dry. That'll help out with a lot of the negativity. It'll help protect the negativity too. It's best. Brown sage is the absolute best. I love it. Blue, this is pure. Blue calcite. High energy. If you're doing any type of blessing or cleansing or anything as far as the energy base, this will be your amplifier. So whatever you're trying to do, like that white energy, the white light, this will amplify it. It might help Connor push. It might help him clear some things out. So, let's see. This, and yes, this is the actual real name. I know you can see it. Angelica.
I brought that there actually. When
Angelica?
I was there. It was the essential oil.
Okay, I use just the actual root itself.
Yeah, we use the powdered.
I have it crushed up and everything like that. I actually burn it. I take this is where the nice dark cans come in. I actually have a burner I carry, and I'm actually out of it. But I have those little charcoal tabs, those little charcoal things. Put that in. Put the Angelica right in. Let the smoke just roll over the area. And I also mix, and I always get this messed up, bonus set. I get bonus set with it too. All these, and you can even see, wards off evil spirits, sprinkle around your environment to get rid of negative energy.
It raises the vibration around you. That's the main thing.
I would honestly get some of this to burn It's not recommended to burn, but I actually add it in too because it just has that positive energy with it.
It doesn't.
And
The reason it's not recommended is because it's not a very pleasant smell.
no. And then I would take some and actually sprinkle it around the perimeter of the home as almost like a cage. So
Kind of like the salt thing.
exactly. So it should help a little bit until you can get some things under control.
So, okay, we can deal with the mean spirits. What about the reptilian thing outside?
That's a whole different.
No. I had a smart ass answer.
So the reptilian is just trying to keep him from learning his lessons.
Honestly,
so, Ken Allen sent me a ritual that I'm still trying to memorize. Mm-hmm. He had me go get it's like a tower of white crystal as white as you can get, and he had me tape it on very, very, it looks like the Washington Monument, comes to a point. Mm-hmm. And he had me tape it onto one of the brightest flashlights I got. So when you turn it on, you literally make a wand out of it. Mm-hmm. And it's called the lower banishing of the pentagram.
Okay.
And he sent that to me. He says, this will get rid of any evil entity in that house.
See, here's when
and
it comes,
but I don't feel comfortable yet. I want to memorize
That's the thing. You have to be comfortable.
I know.
The reptilian started in the Garden of Eden, and it's been around for a long time. We're dealing with something very powerful when you're dealing with a reptilian. It don't matter if it's female or male. So the only this is biblical. Really, the only way that he is going to get something like that away from him is through prayer. There's certain demons that you can't get rid of only through fasting and prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So it could
they
be
didn't want
something
him because he's powerful.
Well, they're sent to certain people. They're sent by higher up to monitor, watch that person and see what they're capable of, see what they say, just anything out of the, that's like weird that they might be interested in. And it takes it back to the higher ups and lets them know everything about it. I know because I deal with stuff like this. They're real, y'all.
And I was going to go back to different things that he could do. If they can get selenite wands, they can put them in their windows.
I've got some. I'll bring them.
If they put them in their windows, that will project the white light and prevent anything negative from coming in.
So you guys
selenite, you can also
grab those.
So selenite, you cannot get wet also. But you can also, Connor, if you're still watching, you can do a spiritual bath. It's what I do when I do my meditation. So grab black obsidian or black tourmaline.
Goodbye.
If you need me to, I can get it for you. I also have rose quartz, which is love. So that's good to have. Also, you can throw that in your tub as well. I have opal. And
Opal's
then
so pretty.
I have smoky quartz as well. Throw these in your tub. And then also
What you looking at me for? Smoky quartz is my stone.
If you
Know
need
what I did to yours.
get an abalone shell. You can get Palo Santo or you can get a white sage. Throw it in there. And when you're taking your bath, light some candles like this.
Make sure you have bubbles.
Yes.
That's a given.
And just submerge yourself under the water. Think of the intentions that you want. Think of all that negative energy just washing off
with
of
the
you.
podcast still going on his chest.
Oh, Michelle, that's called a photo opportunity.
Yeah, take a picture.
But this 12-year-old little boy, he can fix any lawnmower, any small engine. He is so talented at working with his hands. You know what I mean?
And with the chickens, they have chickens there. Just watching him taking care of the chickens, it's amazing because I had chickens, so it's like, yes.
So
no, the way his face was, he wants to get a dog. He saw
Well, hey,
at Tractor Supply, you know how they sell like chicks and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
He saw a bunch of little ducks for 99 cents a duck. And he's like, I'm going to get 4 of them. I'm like, no, you're not getting 4 ducks.
Quack.
Well, y'all, I do have to go. I have to get up real early in the morning to go to work, so I'm going to have to cut my part short. I've enjoyed it.
Thanks for the
I
advice.
love each and every one of y'all, and much love and light.
Much love, brother.
Thank you,
Yes.
Mason.
Thanks for
Seriously,
your advice
everybody
and
go
everything.
follow him on YouTube. Seriously. He's
Michelle
awesome.
said she'll give you her rooster.
I'm
we
my
don't
way.
want the rooster.
I am on my way.
Because the
Well,
rooster's being an asshole.
my cats would go nuts.
You're right there.
We'll
he's
be
being
back
an
on YouTube like very soon. As soon as I get some days off of work, I'm going to be finishing up my video, and I'm back on YouTube, y'all.
All
Much love and
right.
light, everyone.
Yes.
See you, brother.
Mason.
So I think tomorrow when we go there, of course, I'm going to be late because my wife doesn't get off work till late. So you guys will probably already be well into things when I get there. But
Sean and I are getting there early. Barb will be there soon after.
yeah.
Well, then, since sadly we can't be there, if you guys want, what time are you guys heading over there? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, all different times. I'm leaving around 3. That puts me around 4:30. That I'll be there.
Well, you'll be home all day. I won't.
Well, what I was thinking, I have a show at 9 p.m. Eastern, so that would be 8 for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys need or want, we can. I don't know if you've seen what I did with Minnesota Spirit Hunters for the Boyd House. Basically did a virtual investigation. They had me on something like this, and I would listen in and help them out during the investigation. It don't have to be live. You could do like a just a record only studio. I'd be more than happy to help out that way, either before or after or both. And then, we're always available to come out if need be.
I mean, I would like to help tomorrow, but I'll be at work till 11 p.m. So
yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens this time, and like we said, I'm sure we'll be going back again. This is a multiple session case.
Well, we're here if you need.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I
Thanks.
think all you guys, I'm friends with all you guys except Sean.
Because there's a
I
bar.
don't think I'm friends with anybody.
There's a bar about a block away from the house, and that's where the bar that Michelle owns. And we went down there and talked to Michelle's mom. That's where Ryan contacted us first and said he was protecting Connor. And I said,
he was at Connor's house too last time.
Yeah. But I'm talking way back when we were with the other group.
Yeah.
And Connor said that when he went to his dad's house, he would see what he described as an evil-looking witch upstairs. And we went out to the garage, and it was cold as hell that night. It was cold. We went out there, and we were actually talking to what we thought was Ryan. And then it came on the Ovilus, and it said scratch. And I says, well, I'm always getting scratched. I'm going to go out in the other room, And I went out in the room, and I'll be damned if that thing didn't scratch my left shoulder blade in the back.
See, I'm just intrigued because, in all seriousness, we all like to have fun, obviously. But as my wife will tell you, spirits, for the most part, like to kind of stay away from me because I don't have doubt. Like I believe in protecting. Obviously, protection is huge in this field. That's the main priority, and I have full confidence in that. So I can get a little cocky. And some spirits don't like that. And I'm like, no. You're not going to attack anybody. Get your ass over here.
You get extremely cocky. It's not a little. You get extremely cocky.
Again, good evidence.
But that's the problem is none of them want to talk to you. They want to come and talk to me. It's not that I have doubt and I can't protect myself. It's the fact that I don't act like an asshole.
I just want to play. I just want to play.
And they don't want to play with you.
Here it comes out.
Oh, I can be.
Well, I usually go in. I'll show any spirits. Talk to them with respect.
Of course.
But then when they come on to me and they say attack, scratch, and I'm like,
Bring it on.
Here it is. Do it. You say you're going to do it. Do it.
Ding,
if you're
ding.
not going to do it, shut the hell up and go back to the void. That's what I tell
him.
I've had pennies thrown at me. I've had change thrown at me by a poltergeist.
Cool.
I've actually dealt with 2 to 3 infestations, and that was the only time I wasn't like actively challenging. But I'll tell you, stuff like this excites me, and like I said, it also concerns me too, because I mean, with the family, the way, when it comes to a kid, Connor seems like he's a good kid. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yes, Michelle.
And that's top priority.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for 13 years, I was a correctional sniper at a state prison here in Illinois. So she says, Mark, you just need to go into correctional officer mode.
I like him.
So
both my brothers are correctional officers.
Are they snipers?
So I worked at Stateville up in Joliet, Illinois. So I had 2 highlights in my career I'll tell you about. The first one was we filmed a movie there. For I think 4 different times I'm in the movie Natural Born Killers. I was a sergeant at the time, and in my office they wheeled in 2 barber's chairs, and I'm like, what's going on? And in walks Woody Harrelson and Tommy Lee Jones. That was their makeup and hair. So in my office, so we got to talk every day. You know what I mean? It's pretty awesome. The second was I was actually the sergeant that got to walk the clown, Mr. Gacy, to his execution. So that was the 2 highlights of my correctional officer, other than, being sharpshooter, sniper type person, but.
Well, no, my brothers aren't snipers because they work at a local prison, not a state prison.
Hey, these local prisons need snipers. Especially Blum.
For some of the people that they go in there that belong in state prisons and end up having to stay there, yes.
Well, the one in Cole Township, that'd be perfect. There's nothing but mountain ranges that surround it. That'd be perfect. Yeah, let them run. even tranquilizer. Tranquilizer would be fun too.
Nice, Alicia. But no, I think once Elon Musk gets his Mars thing down, they're going to build prisons on Mars, and then they'll say, "Okay, escape now."
Good luck.
Let them.
Or maybe they'll go like real old school. And maybe they'll be like real old school and be like Australia back in the day. They'll just release them on Mars. Hey, good luck. Have fun.
I love listening to Elon talk because he was talking on the science thing, and he says, so how are you going to create an atmosphere on Mars? He goes, well, you can do it the fast way or you can do it the slow way. They says, what's the fast way? He says, on the North Pole and South Pole of the planet, you detonate 2 geothermal nuclear warheads. He says, you'll have an atmosphere started within 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
The slow way, of course, is pump oxygen into the atmosphere.
Terraforming, yeah.
Yeah.
Terraforming, plant a bunch of trees and plants.
Yep. But yeah, I actually wrote him a letter and I said, hey, look, I got a paranormal group and, we're kind of low on funding right now. So if you want a tax break, here we are.
Talk to Mr. Beast. Actually, Scott, Mr. Fedora, he's actually trying to get Mr. Beast to interact with him.
Cool.
I think that'd be funny. But
maybe he'll get a discount at Mr. Beast Burgers.
Burgers are good.
When you were saying about planting trees on Mars, did anybody else get like a really weird like picture of like an activist group or like the green tree type or Greenpeace?
With like
just
a
up there,
weird
just
orange sky.
Yeah, just sitting there with like those little space shovels, digging in the soil.
You have a good night too, Michelle.
Take care of that boy.
See you, Michelle. Yeah, I think we should probably get going too.
Yeah.
It's been an
Pretty
awesome
late. We all need
podcast.
to
You
get
get
good
to
sleep
talking and it
tomorrow.
just
I can't
keeps
let
going.
I can't let you guys beat my record because then I have to beat that record.
One day. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, actually,
we all are going to start at noon.
actually, if you guys do end up coming to the battleship, what I was planning on doing is having a live stream from the time we set up to the time we tear down. So you're looking at 8-9 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna look
I think that's really cool because a lot of people don't understand all the work that goes into what we do.
Yep. And the other thing is I want to take this virtual investigating to the next level. I want not just for all of us of the P3 family to be involved with this stream, but I want the audience to be involved too. So they're basically investigating. I'm going to be setting up at least 4 or 5 cameras throughout the ship because there is Wi-Fi, there is power. So basically we'll have a StreamYard just like this setup with one person being at base. And basically when the team walks by a camera, you just sit, interview for a little bit, see what's going on, how you're doing, and continue on with what your investigation is. And then everybody in the audience can watch cameras like a big DVR.
Yep.
But it'll be a live feed and recorded.
Yep.
Just make sure that this time, if Jonathan brings his stuff, he brings the long cords.
You know, if we do this next time, I'm going to make sure Fedora doesn't have access to my StreamYard.
That too.
I
should be the only one with
I
access
feel
to your
there's
stream.
a long story behind all of this.
Kind of. So I gave Scott access to my StreamYard as one of my managers, and he's been like a brother to me for years. And so he's the only reason why I've been doing these podcasts is because of him. And and I had a studio all ready to go set up for my co-hosts, and all they had to do was just click on it, go live, no big deal. They knew what they were doing. We're getting set up, and we just get down. We were starting to do the recordings where the audio from earlier came from. We started to do that, and all of a sudden I get a notification. Massachusetts. That's not too far. Looks like we're going to Illinois and Massachusetts. Yay.
We've been to Massachusetts.
We're going back because I still want to find that Jamba Juice. But I'm a fat kid.
We went to Salem, Massachusetts.
Yeah, but they have a Jamba Juice. I want the Jamba Juice.
I want to go back to Salem and be able to investigate some of the historical houses.
Oh, that would be
I'm
amazing.
with
Some
you
of
right
the-
there.
where they have the witch
I love
trials
the
and
historical
everything.
houses.
I'll tell you what, if Enlightened Souls makes a trip over to PA, we'll all carpool up to Salem.
Let's do it.
But no, so we're down there and we just got done with an EVP session and we were gonna plan out where to go next. And it was about an hour or two before we were supposed to go live. And all of a sudden I get a notification live on YouTube, live on Facebook, and there's like 6 of them. I'm like, did they go early? Oh, they're squeakers. And I was like, are you serious? Did they seriously go live? And I look, and it's Fedora and Leaffoot. I'm like, what are they doing? Yeah, they apparently by accident, they claim, went on my StreamYard studio and went live. So I had to run back and create a new one.
Crazy.
And Donna, it was the USS North Carolina.
Yes, that is the one I went to. I shared a photo of the mess hall with the little round seats.
That's awesome. I didn't
The
know
little
that
round
you'd
green
been
seats.
there.
Oh, it's a beautiful ship.
Yeah, that's where I sat and had a conversation with a ghost that made me feel like I was going to throw up.
No.
And your California boy.
We don't talk about him. He left.
No, this spirit apparently from California, from San Diego, where I was stationed, was hitting on my wife.
Yeah.
I did not take that kindly.
No.
And apparently he started cussing me out, and I said, "Oh yeah, well, I'm going home with her, and you're dead." So apparently Apparently, he didn't like that. But
That was like me at one house where this psychic used to live, and the owner got scratched, and the owner was a skeptic, kind of. Well, the owner's wife, husband. I'm sorry. Yeah, he got scratched, and I said to it, I squared up with it. I was like, you can't be scratching people. You cannot attach yourself to anybody here. And then it started going off on our device called Sparky, and it started cussing me out. I was like, thank you.
See, anytime a spirit starts their crap up, that's usually my go-to line. Oh yeah, you're dead. I'm not. So,
So, saying he got scratched is an understatement.
Yeah,
he got tore up.
Oh
he was
yeah,
branded.
Yeah, I mean, these scratches were probably a good 4.5 inches apart, and there was 3 of them. It almost looked like a lion scratched him or something.
Oh, okay. Y'all have some really fun investigations out that way.
There's a lot of interesting cases out here for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well,
You guys should come. You should come, and we should go to the old state hospital.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Para-Unity Day, like you guys know, is going to be here in Pennsylvania this year. Next year, it's going to be a little more your way.
Oh, nice.
Just saying.
Where?
Don't know yet. We're trying to find a really big location. I'm working with Minnesota Spirit Hunters. I would like to get. Basically, it's going to be another 2-day event. I want to do one that's kind of like a convention type. I want to get something set up to where we can do like a big convention where people can bring like their merchandise and stuff, and any equipment they want to sell, anything, and get some vendors and make a big thing out of it. And then the next day do an investigation, but sell tickets for it. So that's kind of where I'm thinking. And then the following year, that's going to be West Coast. Going back to where I
look
started.
into Western Illinois University also.
Okay.
There's some so I had a class in Sherman Hall, which is one of the most haunted areas there.
Mm-hmm.
In the evening, I had an evening class there when I was in college, and it was literature of the Bible. And the bathroom that was across the hall from us, all of a sudden we hear a girl scream. And like the guys in the class jump up and run out there. It's in the bathroom. There's nobody there.
Oh, geez.
There are multiple poltergeists in that building that are up on the 3rd floor where the graduate students.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they will move all of their stuff to the other side of the room or whatever. There is a janitor who walks the halls. Mark used to work there, actually.
Huh.
Yeah.
Where?
Mark, did you work at Western University, didn't you say? Or you got the sound equipment there?
Who, me?
I thought you did. Okay, must be thinking about somebody else. But in the basement, yeah, they're known to hear the janitor going down the hall with the cart that's non-existent. And then they have one of the dorms. They've closed off one of the rooms because somebody hung themselves in the room, and all of the people on that floor have weird stuff that happened in Thompson Hall. Yeah, there's a lot of activity in that school.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking at me?
We need to go on a vacation.
Yeah, Western University. It's very interesting.
Yeah, Western University's haunted, and then the entire town of Alton is haunted.
Yeah, which is not too. It's like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half from here, down by St. Louis. Yeah. I mean, literally, it's every building.
And the cemetery, and yeah.
You want orbs? Go to the cemetery. You're going to get orbs.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get voices. You'll get touched.
Just make sure that you're protected. It's not the most safe area.
Nope. Well, I mean, protection is key anywhere you go.
Yeah.
And by the way, Alicia, before we end, I just
Yeah.
want to let you know you actually have the old video.
Ah, shit.
The new one's actually
Marcus
on the
sent
PC.
it to me.
There's your problem number one. No, I love you, Marcus. It's actually on the P3
That's why I
page.
call him Marcus.
Well, I'm using it today.
Fair enough. The new one is on the P3 page.
Okay.
So if you want to download it. Either way, it's still fine.
All right. Well, it's late.
Yeah.
And we had a really good time. And thank you guys for coming on. Seriously.
Yes, it was great meeting you guys.
You guys too.
Even though I sat here just kind of listening to y'all guys and didn't talk much.
That's all right. Our internet kept saying, "No, I'm done."
That's all about your farts.
That's what I do on like 90% of Matt's shows when I co-host is I just sit and let everybody else talk.
Well, this is the first time that Tammy's actually talked more than Barb.
I mean, everybody
That threw
still
me off,
talks
by the
more
way.
than me, so.
That threw me off. That noise. That threw me off. I was like, what was that? And I just saw your head turn. I was like, oh, okay.
Alex.
And Sean, he just hasn't been quiet the entire time.
Now he's stuck in
Oh, he's
He
froze again.
No doubt.
Frozen up.
He's probably tried talking. I think he tried to talk once.
Screenshot.
Right. Well, anyway, thanks for having us, guys. It was an honor and a privilege.
That was
And
neat.
we'll try to make it out this year. We're going to try to make it out there, man, for sure. You know.
Well, definitely need to get you guys. Well, you guys on the show, and some of you back on the show.
I don't know who that is.
Me? No, I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
But
All
yeah,
right.
it was a
Well,
lot of fun.
You guys have a wonderful night. And guys, make sure that you go over to the Paracast crew and follow on Facebook. And you're on YouTube also, Matt, right?
Correct. Just as paranormal consultant.
All right.
Okay, Sean. Look forward to meeting you tomorrow, man.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Mackenzie. You guys have a wonderful night.
You guys
and thank
too.
you everyone
You
that
too.
tuned
Big
in.
hearts to y'all.
Seriously.
Big hearts to y'all.
Yeah.
Big heart. Right on
Bye,
back.
you guys.
See ya.
God bless everybody.
Have
Bye.
a good
You
one.
too.
Be safe.